We're back. Finally, hi.
We're back.
Oh,
3
hey.
weeks. Technically 2.
We out here in this
streaming on Monday,
piece.
3 weeks.
It has
3
been. This is our first actual real D&D stream for the month of December. Because if everyone remembered, the
That's true.
6th, we ended up ranking some of the 5e races, and then we took a break last week. So welcome back, everyone. We're glad to have you. Thanks for being patient during the delay, and we are excited to jump back into this week.
I don't know if I actually had my character pulled up. I had D&D Beyond pulled up, but not Darby.
Very nice.
Yeah, I would say get your stuff open up,
I'm
gents.
good.
I know it took me a second. When I hopped on, I was like, what do I have to open? Oh, I have to open Roll20. I have to open my Google Doc, like with all my notes on it and stuff.
I
and all that
accidentally opened up Rune Shepherd instead of Arthur.
Wow.
2
Jump
weeks.
in.
That long.
In the tabletop world, 2 weeks is like an eternity. I played with another group,
Yeah.
and they're like a monthly group, and it's like I come back in that month, I'm like, what the hell did we do like last
What
month?
Yeah, what did we do last time?
You're
Yeah.
treating us with a monthly group, Ethan?
It's like it's sporadic. We've
His
done like
side piece.
bi-weekly.
Look at him. Look at him trying to say it doesn't mean anything.
He's on his Dungeons and Dragons Tinder.
I am
Yeah.
swiping right. Honestly, no, I couldn't play with randos online. I don't think I gel with randos, and I don't want randos to gel with me. So
Well, that's fair.
I like
Randos
you
are
guys.
weird.
That is the title of my sex tape. All right, well, let's go ahead. I'm gonna get some music going here, and
Ooh.
we will go ahead and hop right into this. Sorry, we started late. We were talking about the new Spider-Man movie, and that took precedence over starting the stream. So
As it wants to do.
as it does. Because what that movie made like $565 million or something.
Yeah,
like it's like the biggest opening in the pandemic.
Third biggest.
It's the second
Opening
largest
ever.
opening of all time. Literally, it beat out
Damn.
Infinity War.
Wow, really? I did not know that.
People love Spider-Man, man.
Spider-Man is honestly
The number
reason
keeps getting
popular
higher.
heroes.
It's got money, and you can make toys off of it, and that's one of the reasons why they push it so hard. Is because all you have to do is change one red to a different shade of red, and then you get another
blue,
like
black,
18
purple.
Funny
toys.
thing is, if you want a little bit of info, the studio behind making the movies for Spider-Man does not get any of the merchandising money.
Yeah, because that's Sony still, right?
Yeah, so Sony
they
owns
just-
the movie rights, but Marvel still has the merchandising rights because Sony's like, no one's going to want to buy any toys for that when they purchase Spider-Man's movie rights.
That's why they tried to restructure, because they were like, we're getting like hosed on the merchandising aspect of this thing. Because I think too, I don't know if with the restructures, but the old version, didn't they only get like the box office stuff for it too, and Marvel got like everything else for it?
Spider-Man solo movies, they made all of the money for, where Marvel made the movie, but Sony made all the money.
Yeah.
Anytime Spider-Man appears in any MCU movie, Marvel made everything.
Gotcha.
And so now it's kind of a piecemeal of both, I assume.
Interesting. No, I don't get in all that right stuff, because you know what? It doesn't concern me. So, all right, let's go ahead and...
It's a big nightmare anyways.
What did you say?
It's a big nightmare.
Yeah, it's a lot of legalese.
It's
that
not
I'm
worth
not
going
into
into.
to tell you. Well, let's go ahead and get started on the stream. And give everyone a quick recap from not last week, but like three weeks ago. So, anyways,
last session.
So the party kind of came off of their defeat to Xanthro Willowspark, the head necromancer, who was after the Stone of Amasia, which is supposed to lead to this massive treasure here in Highwater. In that defeat, it did lead to the death of Marilli, and the party kind of had to deal with that consequence and that kind of defeat that happened. However, as they were informed, the prior session to the one that we're talking about now, Sliva wanted to speak to the party concerning this Stone of Amasia and Xanthro. So, without any better leads, the party headed off to talk with the underground Hoblin crime boss of Highwater. Sliva made a deal with them. Anson Rictavio, the blowharded treasure hunter stationed here in Highwater, looking for this treasure, has a magical device that can pull down a magical force field that currently resides over the Stein Towers, which Sliva's underground network has informed him is where Xanthro and his necromancers have made camp. Unfortunately, without the device, Sliva and his men cannot enter the Stein Towers. as it is blocked. So, he has enlisted the party to assist him. Ansem has a dinner party and dance prepped for 1 week from the current meeting they're having with Sliva, where the richest of the rich of Highwater will appear, and Ansem will attempt to woo the city in a further attempt to get himself in the good graces and find the stone. Sliva has invitations that you guys are able to take. The party was ready to accept, with Sliva's offer being one, that they would be able to have a portion of the treasure if they return the Stone of Amazi to him, and that if they can also recover Morelli's body, which was taken by Xanthro, he has a resurrection potion stashed deep within his treasure wares that he may be willing to impart on the party if they help. Jamie and Arthur weren't necessarily clean that the crime boss was telling the truth, so they asked for a demonstration, which Sliva had them go and fetch the potion and had it tested on a bug that he squashed in front of them. And like magic, the bug resumed life with a single drop of the potion was poured upon it, assuring the party that Sliva may in fact be telling the truth here. The party being in 1 week, the group leaves Sliva's underground encampment to begin to prep for it, but not before a slight diversion with Darian and Aster. Finally, their date happened, and the party, not wanting to miss out on this little adventure, decided to spy on them and quickly realized that the restaurant had lost all of its staff. And because they had lost all their staff, they quickly had to fill those staff roles and make sure the
Why
date
did
goes
they
up.
lose their staff, Ethan?
They lost their staff because their head chef said that a rat was controlling his entire body movements and preparing all the food, and the whole staff was like, "We're out," and that is why the guy had been
Correct.
taken off to the loony bin. So with the party's help, Darian and Aster's date went as a date does. It went well enough. It went well enough because Aster kind of explained to Darian that in an attempt to be like Darian, to be like the rest of the party, and to be like Jayla, she is actually going to head off to the Magical Academy in Pregla to learn how to fight and be more use than just being Aster. And she plans to leave in 1 week. Darian told her that he thought it was a fantastic idea, and the two of them more or less kindled a bit of their romance for each other. And yes, Christmas music is playing right now, which is why I picked this specific playlist.
Good.
I forgot that was in here.
Aster and Darian, I guess, are kind of a thing right now. I guess we'll explore that as we go along, possibly further.
We will explore this.
So
Oh,
Aster
definitely.
is leaving for Pregla, the capital city here on the Vanatirian Peninsula, to attend this magical school. And with that, that was the end of last session. I have to turn the bot down because he is very loud right now.
I should probably
So after your date, Darian, you guys have all headed back to Pazos, or the remnants of the Zafar Inn, since I believe Jamie is currently staying in his room, while the
Correct.
rest of the party stays at Pazos. And you guys have a good, nice rest. Long rest if for whatever reason anyone had used any spell slots or lost any HP in the last session. I don't think so, but you never know.
I don't know, but I'm still hitting the long rest button just to
Mm-mm.
And you guys have awoken the following morning, refreshed. The dinner date between Darian and Aster turned out to be a decent distraction from the gut-punching defeat and loss of a close friend a few days prior. However, now that the date is done, the morn is new, and as you step outside your respective sleeping places, and look up to the sky and see the dusk star anchored to one of the walls here in Highwater, you begin to realize exactly what the party must do and kind of the state of your situation. In the morning, Dale preps you guys a quick breakfast of some bacon, eggs, and sausage for anyone who would like to partake, before he begins to fire up the ovens for when Pazos opens in the early afternoon for the lunch rush. You're all gathered in the dining room of Pazos, eating your breakfast.
Arthur's gonna kind of just munch in silence at the moment.
I'm gonna munch in relief that this food is palatable and not so spicy it makes me want to die.
Mm-mm-mm.
But also
I still
doesn't,
have some of that stuff.
Yeah. But also not
You
spinning.
saved some of it.
Yeah, remember I put it in my
Yeah.
cake.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Oh, that's
He
too
threw it
funny.
in someone's eyes.
Yeah, and I was like going rocking into it, and I also know exactly why. In fairy anatomy, I got a little lesson about their
Yeah.
their working, so I'm
Yeah.
understanding the interdimensional
They
space.
can just like eat anything that they want
Yeah.
in just the largest capacity.
Boom.
So I'm ready.
So as you guys are kind of all eating, it seems in silence right now. Joel kind of looks up from his meal and he just like looks over the table. He scans over it for a second and goes, this is kind of awkward. Like we're doing this shit, right? I mean, I know we got like 5 days, but we're doing this shit, right?
In 5 days, yes.
Yep. Things only really become awkward when you openly
Say it.
acknowledge the fact that they
Yeah.
are. I was
Well-
just kind of enjoying my breakfast here.
No one's talking or anything. Dale's
There's
in the
nothing
kitchen.
to talk about.
There's
You know,
everything to talk about. right now.
sometimes silence is just wonderful.
Like, what are we doing? Are we all like getting tuxes for this thing? Are we going in James Bond style?
Not
Mission
sure who that is.
Impossible.
You've never
shit.
heard of James Bond.
It doesn't matter if you've heard of it or not. It's all that matters is that we get on board, right?
Well, we have tickets, so we're gonna get
Yeah,
on board.
Right.
We'll be there.
We'll be there, but I mean, don't you think Ansem's gonna think it's a little weird if we just show up at his door and we're like, "Hey, dude, we're all after the same thing you're after."
Well, I didn't plan on walking up to Ansem and saying, "Hey, we're after the stone," but yes, he
yeah.
knows we're after it. And secondly, Ansem's a blowhard. One thing that I'm surprised you don't understand already, being one yourself, is they are entirely consumed with themselves. So Ansem is throwing a party for. Do you know who he's throwing a party for?
Himself.
Yeah, it's Ansem's throwing a party for himself. Right. So he is going to be consumed with who he wants to see. He doesn't want to see us. So even if he does see us, he is going to exit that thought from his mind and continue to do what Ansem wants to do.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
to be fair, Arthur, Ansem's a pretty sizable threat, and I want to do like a Family Guy style flashback to Ansem just strecking on people in the
Yeah.
theater, just one-shotting them, and then go back to current scene.
I don't doubt that he is somebody that we probably do not want to get into a altercation with, but I
Definitely
also
not.
think this is a very, very high society party that Ansem also doesn't want to disrupt. He is looking for people who have information and funds to get him information, and to make them feel compromised or unsafe would not be in his best interest. So us making them unsafe again is not as in his best interest. So if we just kind of fade into the background, I think we can kind of get past the whole Ansem doesn't want us there vibe. Because if he doesn't want us there and he has to acknowledge that we got there without him knowing, then he also has to let everyone else in the party know that we got onto his party unbeknownst to him. This makes him look stupid, which again, he does not. That is, literally dying is probably higher on his list than him looking stupid in front of people that are that have lots of money.
Elise,
That's my thought.
Elise takes a swallow of her eggs and laughs and says, "Well, Ansem kind of has a whole like patent on being stupid because he makes some pretty stupid decisions from what we've seen."
You know, honestly, Arthur, I wouldn't be shocked if he even knows anyone who's invited to the party.
Fair.
He probably just wrote them out and threw them to the wind and hoped someone cool got it.
Jayla agrees with you there, Darby, and she goes, "Most likely you'll see the governor there, as well as some of the nobility and stuff like that. I'm sure if we blend in enough, they won't know the better."
Well, we
Joel.
all do have nicer attire that we wore to the theater
Oh.
that we could don
You all do.
for this.
See, exactly. We get all dressed up. We
Yeah, I can
take
make
this bull by the
fancy
horns.
outfits for everyone if we
That's
need
right.
My
Like I
outfit
did
is,
for-
is fine enough, I think.
to. Like I did
Also-
for Derek.
Also, Arthur,
I was going to spit out part of his meal and then continue eating it like he just didn't do that when Jamie says he can
Make it like
the
a
outfit.
vegetarian.
Joel
Like I
points
did
at
for
you two, Ar-
Derek.
Joel points at you two, Arthur, and goes, "Also, Arthur, I get I'm a blowhard. Ansem's a cuck. Let's just be honest right now."
That's fair. That's fair. I didn't mean any offense. I'm just saying somebody whose center of gravity is more like the sun, in which they kind of believe everything else rotates around themselves. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just something I've picked up about you, picked up about him. He's a little bit more flamboyant about it, but
Dale, you see Dale poke his head through the window, like the ordering window. He goes, "If you think Ansem believes he's the sun, Ansem believes he's the universe, and the rest of the universe revolves around that universe."
fair enough.
Yeah, that sounds about right, actually.
What rich people thinking they're the most important thing in the world?
Never.
That's no.
That's never happened before.
The question is, what are we gonna tell Tetra about all this stuff?
Why are we telling
yeah,
Tetra?
Do we
telling
have
Tet-
to?
Well, okay, I will say, and as much as it pains me to say that, to add somebody else to this, Tetra has been more than useful each time she has appeared.
That is true.
True.
You know what? In fairness, better than any champion we've actually ever come across.
Right, so that's my thing is she's
Jayla
been
just
useful.
looks up and looks at you.
Look.
Oh, Jayla's there. I didn't know Jayla was there.
Yeah, I didn't
Jamie
know.
would
It's
say
just
it either
eating,
way,
she just
but I completely
Jamie looks
forgot
at
about
Jamie
that.
eyes
I'm gonna
and
say
says,
it either way though.
Literally, the only two champions we know are in this
Yeah,
space.
or in the room.
Yeah, and
right
I'm
now.
just like, yeah, better than any
Right, yeah.
champion we've ever come across.
And in fairness, I would not put it past Tetra to know the deep intricacies of that ship, and that will be invaluable.
Well,
True.
she used to be part of Anthem's crew at one point, so she might know a little bit of information about it.
I would be
Fair
shocked
enough.
to find out that she wasn't more than part of his crew, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I fully know exactly what their relationship was. It was not gonna talk about it.
Fair enough. So how do we get a hold of her? She typically finds us.
Where would she be staying right now?
Joel runs over to one of the windows and is like, "Nugs, go find Tetra for us. She's probably fucking around the city somewhere."
That
You see Nugs waddle
also
herself up,
works.
poke her head, and goes, "It would be my honor to find her." And shimmy on.
We don't deserve nugs.
No, we don't. You know,
I'm
honestly,
surprised. I'm honestly kind of shocked Nugs doesn't already actually know where she is because of the detailed reports that Nugs does every day.
Yeah.
You know, honestly,
It's
I wouldn't be
a
shocked if we don't
A
even need to
monthly
talk to
detailed
Tetra.
report.
She might just be on
I'm
the
s-
ship anyways.
Yeah.
Likes to
But
find a way
having
in
her,
this trouble.
having her in the plan beforehand probably would be very
Definitely.
beneficial.
Better than giving her the rundown as we're actively stealing it.
Jayla also then asks too, now that you've brought this up, begs the question here. We've agreed to help Sliver and give him the Stone of Amazia. Doesn't Tetra also want the Stone of Amazia for the treasure, though?
Everybody wants the Stone of Amazia for the
I was
treasure.
gonna say, I'm pretty sure everybody wants the Stone of
It
Amazia.
doesn't
Let's
really matter.
figure out
Who
how
are
we
we giving it to?
Well, until Tetra produces an ability to resurrect Morelli, I don't really care what Tetra wants.
Fair
Yeah.
enough, I am in agreement there.
So Tetra can concern herself otherwise and feel betrayed all she wants to, but at the end of the day, she can't resurrect our friend. So they
At
can
least
be
not as far
useful
as we
until a
know.
point. And right now, let's worry about getting the Stone of Amazia when we even have that in our line sight. Right now, we're just finding an item that helps us find the location of the stone. Because the last time I checked, I think Ansem has this device, I forget the name of the device, on his ship. And we're going to use that to get through Force Nage. We're going to use the Force Nage to get through the force field, to destroy the device to get the stone, if I remember correctly.
That is
I believe
correct.
that sounds about right.
So, I think we've got our pieces in place. We're all going to be joining. We all have tickets. We're all getting on the ships. That's going to include Jayla. That includes Joel. Is Dale have a ticket, or Dale not coming?
I do not have a ticket, and you
I
won't
don't
catch
think
me
Dale's coming.
dead inside Ansem's party.
Fair
Yeah, I
enough.
don't blame you. Honestly, if they weren't stealing things, I wouldn't want to go to it myself.
What about
What do you
alive?
mean, Darby? There's tons of people you can steal some money from.
Well,
I'm sorry, gamble with.
I mean, it's not
What
my
did you-
fault they willingly bet it and lose.
Fair enough.
What did you say, Sentinel? I missed what you said.
I said, what about alive? Said you wouldn't be caught dead there, but what about alive?
Maybe. There's a lot of money there. Arthur makes a good point. On second thought, maybe I would try to find my way in there. Plenty of swindles there. Nobility's usually pretty dumb. They like to make big bets and not know what they're doing.
So until we find Tetra, we have absolutely no idea where this Force Mage is on his ship, which I presume is probably going to be in his quarters or something buried.
I
Very difficult to
vaguely
find.
remember something about there being an interdimensional thing somewhere on his ship where he stores things.
He has like a treasure vault.
Yeah,
That's
I vaguely remember Tetra bringing that up, I think. The Tetra or Sleva, one of the two.
We're either going to sneak in there or we're going to fight our way through. And knowing our friends, it's going to be an attempt at sneaking, which very quickly will turn into a full-on brawl to get there. So I guess that's the plan. Because as sneaky as I am, and as sneaky as Darby is, I can't imagine Sentinel being too quiet.
I
But
don't know, I think something
I mean,
did a good job while he
for
was
a-
invisible.
As many sneaky people we have in this party, we seem to make a lot of noise.
It's true.
I do.
Hey, maybe the good idea is for like the big chicken in me to cause a distraction or something.
That
I
is
could talk to
also
Ansem.
very valid.
We're best friends.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah,
You had
I
two
think Ansem
messages.
loves you.
Yeah, he gave me two
Also-
business cards.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Speaking of which, Sentinel, if you could please get a couple more of those, that would be great. I would love to
Oh.
have a personal business card directly to Ansem because I tried to summon him last time when we were in Death's Door and you ran out.
Sorry,
so
I was all out.
it's okay. I still believe using one to call him a jerk was worth it.
I agree with that.
Same.
It's the only way to use one. And knowing Ansem Sentinel, he probably won't even remember who you are.
That's I have good money on that.
He'll probably
He
think you were
pretends, but he knows. He knows.
I don't
yeah,
honestly.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if he has the mental capacity to remember anybody but his own reflection.
Who are we talking about?
Handsome.
Well, the Ansem.
Ah, yes. Mr. Congeniality, for sure.
Oh yeah. Voted world's
As-
best person in the world by Ansem himself.
Voted sexiest man of the year by Ansem Choice Magazine.
Yep.
Yes, most likely to Ansem
Most
by
likely
Ansem
to
Muscle.
As you guys are kind of talking about Ansem and the state of his ship and making some pot shots about him, not much longer later, Nugs comes rolling in through the front door and immediately tosses Tetra off of her back. The elf tied, bound, legs bound, hands bound behind her back and gagged as she struggles on the floor like a salmon, unable to free herself from the tight bounds. And Nugs beams for a moment and says, "I have located her."
Arthur is just going to laugh. He's going to make no
Oh.
effort to help her at all. He's just going to laugh.
Dr.
Darby is
Jeremy's gonna
also
be like,
laughing.
Dr. Jeremy's gonna be like, you know, Nugs, it almost begs the question of why people haven't used you to find more important targets.
I'm
I
gonna
am
start
an
untying
expert
her.
locator, if I were to tell you. As a guardian fowl, I pride myself on my ability to track and hunt. This one here said she didn't wish to come, so I asked nicely once, and then she said that she did not wish to join still, for she was busy. So I took matters into my own hands.
I'm gonna start untying Tetra.
Your own wings, but yes.
The moment her hands become free, she immediately shoves you aside, Darby, and yanks the gag out and goes, "Fuck you, you stupid chicken! Get
Not a
my
chick-
legs!"
Not a chicken.
Not
Not chicken. only a chicken sometimes. The rules are arbitrary and
Yes.
nonsensical.
The
The
rules
points don't
are
matter.
we can call them a chicken when they call themselves a chicken.
Thank you for joining us, though,
Turkey.
Tetra.
How does that sound?
It's still even further, actually.
Thank you for joining us, Tetra.
Yes,
Yes.
the big bird said that Joel wanted to talk to me, and I told I didn't have time. Sorry, Joel.
Well,
And
a little more than Joel.
I see that you're all here, so what seems to be the thing?
Not that you have the time. We are all invited. We found ourselves invited to Ansem's little shindig happening in about 5 days. We
It's a
hear
big,
that he,
large party.
yes, we happen to have found ourselves invited, and want to secure his force nage.
Oh, that's going to involve getting into his treasure vault. Why in the hell do you want his force snage?
Well, we need it. There's something called the Stone of Amasia that's being held behind a force field we can't get into.
Well,
sure you've
now
heard of that
color me intrigued, since we just lost the Stone of Amasia. Now, I consider my sources to be pretty good here around Highwater, and I haven't heard of any force fields requiring a force snage.
Yeah, well, stick around, you might learn something.
Where?
Whose dick you suck to get this information?
Well, that's for me to know.
Is that
and for you to
usually-
find out.
Is that your move? Is that your main
Is that
move?
what you
I
do to
mean,
get information? I mean,
yeah.
Wow.
We
Every
don't.
once in a while,
We're
it
classy.
helps.
We don't do that.
I mean,
we make
no
deals.
shame. I know a lot of people who've making sucking dick into a lucrative and completely fine profession. I just assumed that treasure hunting required a little bit other skills. But hey,
Finesse. There's finesse involved in everything, Trini.
It's 95% specific skills and 5% sucking dick sometimes.
I think that's kind of
physically and
life. That's just
metaphorically.
life. That's life. That's just life.
That's life.
that's a pretty good ratio if you're really taking into account everything you got to do.
Regardless.
You see Joel listening to this whole thing, and he's like, "You stole an item from me, and all I did was get tied up naked. I didn't get my dick sucked."
You gotta play harder to get, Joel. You gotta play harder to get.
All right, so we need Ansem's force nage. I assume you're going to tell me why we need Ansem's force nage, or where this force field is.
Maybe just tell you why.
That's a lot of assuming, but from what I understand, there is a force field we need to get through, and Ansem's force nage is the most convenient one currently available.
The only one, as far as I'm aware, unless you got another spellcaster to yank it down, or convinced whoever put it up to yank it down.
Nope, there's probably not going to be any convincing of Xantro Willow Spark, so I think the force
Can't
nage is our
imagine.
best bet.
Sounds like our best bet. So I'm going to assume that Xantro hasn't put you up to this. Ansem himself certainly hasn't, because he just let us use it. So what's Sliva paying you to do all of this? And how does that affect our deal?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, you'd like to help us out of the goodness of your heart.
Yeah, no, last time I checked, I wanted about 450,000 golden crowns, with you guys getting roughly 50,000 of it, if I remember right.
Well, let's just
Oh yeah,
pretend.
I remember that incredibly one-sided deal. I'm super remembering that.
Let's just pretend we don't have the Stone of Amasia or the treasure and can't really negotiate with you how much is there until we get it. We were promised something that you couldn't possibly afford, even with
Why me?
crowns. A potion of resurrection.
You're lying.
I
Doesn't
am.
exist.
I saw a life brought
Yeah.
back to. I had your same skepticism. Trust me, Tetra. I saw a life brought back before my very eyes.
You're talking about Dusk Elf magic that hasn't been used in 1,000 years. My own people's magic that no one that I even know can do. And just saying that there is a liquid substance of it that can just poof someone back to life.
You said not used in 4,000 years. Actually used in the last 24 hours. Believe it or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah,
We saw it live.
yeah,
Literally.
yeah.
Now what? You trying to bank on your life insurance there?
Not my life insurance. I'm just gonna look at Joel.
And as you look at Joel, Tetra kind of realizes exactly what this is all entailing now. I see. All right. I'll help you get the Force Snage. Not because of you guys or because of Joel, but because I don't think Marili's that bad of a person and she shouldn't have gone out the way that she did. But when it comes to the Stone of Amazia, I will get it, and I will get my treasure, with or without your guys' help.
You will get your treasure after Sliva gets his, because the only way we get that potion is if Sliva gets his hands on it. And I will tell you right here and right now, that potion is worth well more than whatever you're going to do with your treasure.
One life for the reconstitution of an entire group of people here on the Vanatirian Peninsula. Half-elf or not, good soul or not, I'm having trouble viewing it that way as well.
Supposed word of somebody who wants to restore the good name of another race. I have no guarantee of your side of the bargain. I actually saw the other side, so color me
Yeah,
in
feeling?
I'm gonna go with Arthur here and say that your attitude isn't screaming altruistic. Just FYI.
That's fine, it doesn't need to. Fine, I'll help you get this Force Snage. I'll even help you attempt to get this potion into Joel's hands so he can bring his Bonnie girl back to life. But I will have that treasure, whether I have to cut through the lot of you or not.
Let's see,
can
try.
Take that up with
We
Silva.
get Marili back. You could take the treasure. I don't really care.
I mean, I care
Man.
a little bit, but
Everybody in this town is so quick with the death threats.
I know.
It's
We're
not
not
the
sure
town,
where the
it's just who
guards-
you've managed to shack up with.
Well,
Whose dick do you gotta suck to not get threatened to be killed around here?
Mine,
Ha, ha,
specifically.
ha.
Oh, well, that's a shame.
that's
You don't look like you
charming.
shower often.
As charming as this all has been, Tetra, I understand that you have a heart, especially from your, as Jamie put it, your altruistic desire to restore the Dusk Elves. This is less about saving a friend as it is kind of saving the soul of a number of party members here. Really went out doing something she had no business being a part of. I've had a number of people very close to me go out. My soul is damned, but there's a number of people here, especially Joel, who believe this will kind of balance the scales in a way. So you're either in or you're out.
As you say this, Arthur, Joel kind of steps up beside you and goes, Tetra, come on, we're all buds here. Fuck the stone, fuck the money, you'll find another way if Sliva takes it all. What about for me? Do it for me, huh? Joel, I wouldn't sneeze for you. But I'll sneeze for Marili for 5 minutes. All
You
right.
could always just steal it from Sliva once he has it.
That's,
That will
yeah.
probably be the most likely scenario.
You
So-
may even get a couple. You may even convince a couple of us to help you out with that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm already concocting a few ideas that we might be able to take here with our good buddy Sliva. But first thing is first, a Force Snage has to be found. And I just so happen to know where Ansem likes to keep his most mystical and magical of treasures, some of which I've helped him find. So,
Now we're talking.
let's talk about the Dusk Star real quick. Looks like a big floating pirate ship, right?
It does.
That if that's what you think a pirate ship looks like,
Well,
I've got quite the tale.
it looks like a giant floating ship. That's what it.
It is. But what if I were to tell you it's really nothing more than a husk or a shell of a giant floating ship?
I would believe
You
you.
mean to tell me the man who is nothing but a shell of flamboyancy towards himself has a ship that is nothing but a husk of itself? Wow. Color me surprised.
Yeah, that's a pretty good way to put it. The Dusk Star looks like a flying pirate ship, essentially. It functions like a flying pirate ship. Cannons, sails, all that stuff. But what really makes it fly is its inner workings. Another ship within the heart of the ship, essentially, that powers everything and gives it its magical property. Looks like one of those manta rays if you've ever been on the high seas before.
I have. And
Called the Gold
if
Digger.
if you call it a pirate ship one more time, I may just lose my lunch. He has never flown a Jolly Roger. He is not a pirate ship.
A galleon. How's that sound?
Fair enough.
That's actually probably more accurate, anyways.
This is just a. We're all really
As-
into ships.
Yeah, as pedantic as it
okay?
is.
Okay,
Well,
I just wanted.
I
to
did
make
hear
sure.
about a good literary series called "The Past and Future Shipwrecks of
Yeah.
Berovia."
Yeah,
So,
an oral tale.
Yeah.
yep.
An oral tale of the past shipwrecks, the current shipwrecks, and the future
And the
shipwrecks. It's a
future
3-part
shipwrecks.
series.
Anyways, Ansem's Dusk Star is going to be heavily guarded during the party, leading to any entrances or any ways that will lead down into the bowels of the ship. You have to go down a few decks before you find the heart of everything, the Gold Digger and its entrance. There you'll find Ansem's quarters, and there you'll find his mystical treasure hold.
So
Okay.
the gold digger is the heart of this
Yes.
supposed vessel that he has, this Dusk Star. Okay.
Correct.
Shipception, if you will.
So if we somehow render the gold digger useless, the Dusk Star will no longer fly.
More or less. I
Okay.
wouldn't plan on blowing out the magical engines that fly the Gold Digger, unless you'd like to
No,
see the
not.
Duff Star go falling down onto high water here.
I would love to see that,
It
but
would be
let's
quite the
stay on
spectacle.
conversation.
But that's something we can do another time. That's not important now. Maybe as a last resort, the eject button,
I mean,
if you will.
That's mass murder at that point. Let's take a step back.
Well, it's only mass murder if they don't get off the ship.
Yeah, that's right.
Or the city below.
Or evacuate.
Yeah.
If you see a giant
If the
floating
ship
ship
falls into the
crashing down
water,
towards you and you don't get out of the way,
if you unanchor the Dusk Star from high water and it falls into the lake below, it's less of a mass murder. Less so.
Let's keep shy of no mass murder at all.
Fair
if
enough.
I can be the voice of reason, let's just do that
avoid
as
the
a
mass
team
murder.
effort.
Yeah, well,
As a
okay.
team,
You
That
a
would
guys,
be
you
concerted
guys
terrible.
team
no
effort.
fun.
Gotta break a few eggs sometimes.
That's right.
Many
Yeah,
of
in
us-
agreement, I would prefer not to drop the entire Dust Star onto the people of High Water. I wouldn't like to imagine the amount of jail time or execution that would involve doing that.
Well, I again, you assume too much. I would not like to drop the Dust Star onto the citizens of High Water. I would like to drop the Dust Star into the lake beneath High Water. But I guess apples to oranges.
Also, I
What about the
apologize. Our
people
bot
on
has decided to stop working, so
The bot has performed seppuku.
it has.
Honorable Sudoku.
So, is our escape plan to ground Ansem permanently?
Well,
I think the rest of the team would like to theoretically ground him rather than literally ground him. But I think it's just to find Force Nage in his little treasure trove.
yes, we don't need to sink his flying ship.
Not yet.
Could we drive it?
I wouldn't recommend it.
We could take it.
I would not mind taking it. That thing would be very cool to have.
But I do believe being more subtle and grabbing the Force Nage and leaving
Yes.
might be
that's
more
awesome.
helpful because he may not realize what was stolen or if anything was stolen, and we can get the force field down before he realizes what's gone.
I mean, we might be able to take a couple of extra things. You never know.
Well, my suggestion is that whoever's the stealthiest of the party make their way into the bowels of the ship while everyone else enjoys the party and keeps everyone's attention away from the bowels of the ship.
You hear that,
Sentinel's
Sentinel?
gonna raise his wing, and I'm going to set it back down and volunteer me and Darby stealth our way into the
I was
bowels
gonna
of the
say.
ship.
If it's anyone, it's either me or Jamie. And no
That's
offense,
fair. Sorry, yes,
No,
Jamie.
no offense.
Oh
Jamie.
no! No, it's all you. I'll talk at length to the fancy frou types at the top of the ship. I'm sure that'll go great.
No. I would rather not be outed immediately, Jamie. You are right. Us three can go sneaking. The other members of the party can.
Do we not remember who was found and who was not found at
not remember.
the butcher shop?
Nope.
The
I
whole
do not
hot and
remember.
towdy.
Okay, that was not an attempt to be stealthy.
No.
So
That was
I'm not
intent.
sure
That
what
was
you're getting
intent
at there,
to
Sentinel.
delay.
Sentinel, and again,
I-
you already have rapport with Ansem. You said you were his best friend. I wouldn't want his best friend sneaking around the ship.
Yeah, that'd be a betrayal
true,
of the
but-
worst.
You know, I've got a certain set of skills.
You do.
You have
And
a
they
certain
are-
set of skills when I give you those set of skills, Sentinel.
No, his
No,
set of
that's-
skills are the ability to gab. I've never met anybody like
That's
Sentinel being able to talk to anybody. He could have wooed the feathers off of Xanthro Willowspark himself had given the chance.
Somehow I believe that. Somehow.
As you guys are kind of talking, Joel immediately pipes up and goes, "All right, if we're doing this stuff though, I call blue-haired dusk elf Darby over there. We're totally hitting the craps tables, you and me. We're gonna fucking James Bond this shit."
God, I don't know who
Yeah,
that is.
yeah, sure. I don't know what that is. No one
I-
knows what that is.
Cheating at craps is a little difficult without specialized dice, but
Then Texas Hold'em, blackjack,
I
high
can-
card, low card,
I can do
name
some
it,
card
call it.
counting.
I've done it.
So I think I'm gonna be a little preoccupied to be gambling, as much as I would love to. Maybe on the way out.
I'll go gambling with you, Joel.
All
There
right,
we
me and Sentinel, we got the craps tables.
And try not to lose your
Marion?
shirt.
You stand there and you look fantastic. Jamie and Arthur, boom, stealth, Darby,
Don't mention me. That's fine. Do not
whatever you
mention me.
do.
He said Jamie and Arthur.
I know I said don't mention. I'm talking about Joel. You can just ignore my presence entirely all the time.
Okay.
He means that in the nicest way possible, Joel.
Yeah.
I don't
Maybe.
think so.
Not really.
No,
He does.
no, not even a little bit. Actually, if I could be honest with you.
His bedside manner is terrible. So
Yep, that's not the kind of doctor that Jamie is. He is a Dr. House type. He is mean.
He would show up, tell you what's wrong,
He's
slap you in the face, and leave.
Kayla also says, I could probably flaunt around with some of the nobility, wanting to talk to the champion and everything.
For sure. We're gonna need you to wear your flashiest armor. So if Aster made you something, you need to wear it. You need to put on the show.
I could try to wear that new champion outfit that I was thinking about, wearing. I don't know how I feel about it though. All right, but I'll do it.
Please. And
Wow.
just be as showy as you can. Because the more distraction we have, the better we
Yeah.
can do.
I am the king at being distracting.
Yes, we know that. We know that all too well.
Very well aware.
You know what you could try and do? I'm not sure if you have enough time. You've only got 5 days. Is try and bring like, you know how, like, I'm gonna forget this, but like when I was in I forget what's the name of the city again?
Igarith.
Igarith. Thank you, Igarith. I just remembered that. When businesses were trying to like make a new location, they'd bring like a small stand. Can you bring like a portable pizza making device to where you
Yeah.
can showcase your wares? Because that would be a great distraction.
If I could make portable pizzas, I would have already made portable pizzas.
Fair enough.
But
Fair enough.
I can make a ton of pizzas and use the Pazzo's Pizza patented pizza portal bag
Yeah.
of holding
There we go.
and bring a bunch of pizzas with me.
That's a great idea.
Well, I think you found your way into the party, Dale.
We need stealth pizza. It's very important.
If there's anything that pizza is good for, it is about getting in and out of situations with only minimal diarrhea.
Fair enough.
Perfect.
Noted.
Great.
Ooh.
Great. This is great. This heist is going really well. Everyone's super well versed in how heists go.
Water crown heist! Yeah! Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
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 Jamie's
Yeah.
Jamie's not
professional.
here.
Is Jamie's
Petra, Jayla, Dale, Elise, Nugs, they just are all like, yeah. Like they've done this before. They've seen this rodeo before.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
All right. Anything else for you guys to prepare
no.
for the party in the next 5 days?
No, the only thing that's Arthur's gonna do is Arthur's gonna eye the plate of everyone else who's eating breakfast, and if nobody finishes theirs, he's going to ask to see if they're done, and if they're done, he's gonna finish it.
Elise doesn't finish hers because she's a child and doesn't eat that much.
Arthur would like to finish the breakfast.
Ooh,
Okay.
I know what I would like to do.
Yes.
Level
I
up.
would like to yes, but
I would
also
like to level up.
I would also like to make antidote and
Mm.
also a potion of healing.
You're allowed
Because
to
I
do
can
that
do
because
that.
you are proficient in the herbalism kit, and that is all you need to be to make potions.
What is that?
We looked
What does
looked
the
into
antidote
it.
do specifically again?
For an hour, you get
Poison
advantage against throws against poisons.
Nice.
All right. And
You're just
And-
doing
know
a like
potion.
Fortnite dance there.
Yep. Now I
Well,
have to spend
Burn
25
justice.
gold in order
Awesome.
to make the healing potion. I can
Yes.
only make common ones because you can't make greater ones, but I can make the
That's
little
pretty
one.
That's still pretty cool.
Sweet.
Yeah, and I believe it takes 24 hours to make both of those items.
Yep.
So,
So it'll be 2 days
Obviously,
out
in
of the
5
5 days.
days, you have more than enough time to make those. So,
Nice.
so
So,
Jamie, over that course of that time, Jamie begins prepping those potions, and everyone else sort of just hangs out, waits for Ansem's big flashy party, which
Jamie,
Yes.
Darby
Oh,
is
yeah, go ahead,
100% gambling.
Dr. Watts, since you have some other time and you're in the making mood, can I
you
have
see me like doing it like dripping and stuff. You come into the potion room that's underneath the crumbling bar.
can I have a cape? You know, like a real fancy cape that I can wear to the fancy party.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, if you want me to like make you a fancy cape, I could totally do that. Just
I mean,
like, give me
I saw what you
I'll
did
have to
with
measure you.
Darian, and
Oh,
I
God.
just
Oh,
I really respect your work, and
goddess,
I
no.
just would be honored if I get a cape.
Hey, real talk, Sentinel. I'm glad you said that. If I'm going to be honest with you, I thought I did a pretty good job. It felt like not enough people said something about that.
You
Um,
did.
Thank you. I'm glad. It's weird that you're the only one and you don't even wear clothes. But okay, yeah, that's fine. Let me get your measurements, and I'll just like make you a cape. That's easy
All right.
enough. I will measure. I would like to make a -1 roll with permanently for me making clothes. I don't want to succeed. I want to fail the check.
what did I even have you roll last time for it? I'm trying to remember.
I think it was Disguise Kit, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was your disguise kit.
That or performance.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
guess.
some of
It was
too.
disguise.
Do the disguise. Yeah, give me a disguise kit, but do it at disadvantage since you want to fail.
I do want to fail so bad.
But you
Okay.
wanna suck at it.
Disguise kit. I don't know if I roll. I think I just have to roll like deception.
Yeah,
Because like in order to. Okay. Here we go. We got the 1 and then the 2. So, that was actually pretty good. And so 13.
all right. So you kind of take Sentinel's measurements. You go
You
out.
terrible. You want it to be like shoddy.
I want it to look bad from anybody's perspective,
Right.
but like
right.
that's Matt the player. Dr. Jamie Watts is hoping that it looks super nice.
Yeah. Okay. What I was gonna say is, Jamie, maybe perhaps your style, your idea of what looks good, isn't actually good in anyone
No.
else's eyes. So,
Clearly
Jamie, you
not.
kind of take Sentinel's measurements. You do a fairly okay job at doing that, despite not being a human and being
Yeah.
a giant bird. And as you go out, you don't pay for any of your fabrics or anything. So you just kind of
Nope.
pluck some here, you pluck some there. Oh, there's like a square here from something in the garbage. I'll take that.
Yeah,
It's-
no one's even using this. It's
it's
still look at all the
red.
sparks of it.
It's red, and I have this orange that I can pair with this red that will just go
Yeah.
fantastic. And hot pink, nothing says like a lady killer like hot pink. So
Yep.
you just begin to like just combine all these different fabrics together and produce Sentinel a decently fitting but gaudy as all hell cape with a hot pink neck piece, a flowing orange back that tapers out to a frayed red that is made of a faux leather.
Also,
Leather capes.
I'd like to rub some of the spicy thingy on it to give it some like danger like zest. So if someone sniffs it, their eyes will water.
So immediately, Jamie, you take these vegetables that were painstakingly prepared by, I think, Darby.
No, I think it was Arthur. No,
Yeah,
it was Sentinel.
Oh no,
Oh, no, it was Sentinel.
It was Sentinel.
Even better. And you just rub these vegetables, and you can feel the spice just ingraining itself into the fabric.
You're blazing wings,
you-
Sentinel.
And you look at it, and your eyes start to water a little bit, like you're looking at a fresh cut onion, and you're just like, magnifico.
Perfect. Because now, fashion's more than just what you see. All right,
whole
like
experience.
the whole
You
thing.
can no longer see because your eyes are watering.
So when you were to, if someone gets close, I'm thinking if someone gets close, they will smell. It'll be intense, and you'll make an impression that makes perfect sense. He says to no one in particular because no one else is in the room. It's like, this is going to work. You are a genius.
Jamie, when do you present Sentinel his cloak? Do you present it to him earlier, or do you present it to him on the day?
I would present it to him on the day. I would tell him that it's like, I'm really looking forward to it, and I'll get it done when I get it done.
During the week, Arthur would try to find Joel where he's not around everyone else, and
Yeah,
he will talk to him and say basically like, I know I gave you that pistol. If you ever want to practice drawing or firing, I'd be more than happy to help you. But, and he's very threatening. He's always trying to, you let anybody know that I'm helping you, and I'm going to stop. You're not going to get any more help.
Yeah, no, Arthur, like you and I, we're like this. He puts his arm around you. And I don't know if you're comfortable with that, but he does anyways. He goes, I just want to let you know something real quick. I was a Bear Scout. I know how to shoot a gun. Like, kinda.
Arthur's going to summon every fiber of tolerance he has in his body, and he's going to look at Joel and seriously ask him, have you ever killed anything?
Nope. I did go hunting.
Stop.
Okay.
Then you have never fired a gun. Understand me this. The only time you shoot a pistol is when you intend to kill something. It's not a joke.
I shot a bottle one time.
I think Roger's gonna walk away.
The storm's out of the room. Nope.
Walks away.
I'm done with
Joel's just kind of confused. He's like, I get the whole killing thing, but like, I have shot a bottle before.
The fact that Arthur has never practiced once, the only time he shoots is just to kill things. Just never, no target practice, just always hunting.
Good kill.
Yep. It's the only time it matters.
Anyone else want to do anything before the big heist day?
If Joel does proposition me again to practice shooting, Arthur will pick him up on it.
He probably will. He'll probably come to you and be like, hey, you know how I said I was a Bear Scout? Technically, I was only a Bear Scout for 1 week, and I stopped being a Bear Scout. So that whole, like, gun shooting thing, yeah, I'd like to figure out how to do that.
So he will attempt to show Joel quick draw and some of the techniques he knows from being.
I'm gonna see how well Joel does with this. So Arthur, in the few days that you're able to kind of practice with Joel out in the back of Pazos, Joel actually picks it up pretty well, and he isn't crazy accurate. Like, you wouldn't, give him a bunch of guns and tell him to go fight in a war, but for someone who's never really picked a gun up before, or only have shot it in this Bear Scouts thing, he can hit a target.
Okay, that's all that matters.
All right, anything else for anyone though before the heist?
Unsurprisingly, gambling, as much as I can.
Gambling. Real quick, I'll do Darby and then Sentinel. Darby, give me a gambling D20 roll.
D20. I think it goes without saying I'm cheating.
Yes.
Because of course, I'm running as much as I can. Ooh. Do I add anything?
Give me a sleight of hand since you're cheating.
Okay. Then that brings it up to a big old 7.
Ooh.
Actually, I'm going to spend one of my talisman charges.
Okay.
Which allows me to add a d4, which will not help much, but
It could put you over 10.
yeah, which is really all I'm aiming for is over 10. Which it does, bring me to 11.
Nice.
Unfortunately, your opponent rolled a 14.
Ooh.
Damn.
Catch you, and
Getting your ass
they
beat.
catch you cheating, and Darby, you are very quickly run out of the gambling
Yeah.
hall that you have found on the first layer. For a little bit, some of the guys are chasing you. They like hunt you down, like, "Where's that nasty dusk elf? We're gonna get him!" And you're able to kind of slip away back to Pazos before anything too bad happens.
Man, these guys are getting a little good down here, apparently. But step up my game next time.
Ooh. But,
Okay.
oh, well, one other thing I wanted to do with our
Yes.
orphan network. Our orphan network, I was gonna let them tell them that they could stay in the building if they wanted to. Now that no one else is kind of here and it's all kind of decrepit, so they could kind of just be in here. And I'll let them know where the safe places to hold weight are. But then I want them to get the word out that I will be making healing potions at cost.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So, as opposed
the
to 100 gold.
Yeah, the orphans are very quick the moment you say you could use the Zafar in, as it is, and they're just, sick. And, one
Let's
morning you
go.
wake up, Jamie, and there's, 100 children just chilling in your guys' inn in different parts of it. Some
Ooh,
are in
this
the
was a
cellar,
mistake.
some are sleeping in, in the,
I regret this
tap
immediately.
room. Some of them are in, the attic where, you originally set stuff, but a lot of them are, they're sprawled out over, Darby's bed, just, rubbing up into it, and just, loving it.
Yep, I realized what I did here.
And they are
And-
aware of your
yep.
potions. And
Yeah.
Jamie, the moment you say that, the very next morning, you obtained 13 orders for potions.
Sweet. All right. Well, I'll let them know that I'll get them done as soon as I get them done. It's 25 gold as opposed to 100. Rock and roll.
Thanks, Mr. Watts. And the kids are like,
Doctor.
excuse me, I would have said Dr. Watts. You overhear two of the kids being like, where are we going to get 25 gold? I don't know if he makes it. Maybe he'll give us a discount.
I don't know. Yeah, people are ordering potions for 25 gold. That word's gonna get around pretty quickly.
Sentinel, you said you wanted to do something. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I was gonna ask Nugs to teach me a few songs, some Guardian
It
Fall
would be my
songs.
honor to teach you a few songs. What
Yes.
exactly would you like to learn? Would you like to learn of the great knight of old, Sir Elton John? Or perhaps the musings of a Sir Billy Joel?
Boo.
Boo! How dare you?
Boo.
Was there ever a time that they sung together?
I don't believe so. Joel might know, but he's busy right now. So we shall do a duet.
All right, let's sing a Billy Joel classic.
We're gonna sing Uptown Girl.
All right,
Oh,
God.
boy.
one, a two. Oh.
I am not singing Uptown Girl. I already lost 30 viewers singing Country Roads, so.
What do you mean? That was a beautiful rendition.
We
Beautiful
all
rendition.
loved it.
Sentinel, I will say singing with Nugs, if you continue to practice with her, I will give you proficiency and performance for singing.
Yeah.
Get it, dude. That's a
All
whole
right.
I want to
Darian,
tend
you're
to
the
my.
only one.
I'm tending to my herb garden meticulously over the next 5
Yeah.
days.
So
Miraculously
you already-
untouched.
He's also writing love letters to his lost love.
I was gonna
Aster.
say a good thing to note though, is that Aster will be leaving very shortly. So I will say she assists you with the herb garden, and you guys can kind of have some moments together before she takes off. Turns out Aster is phenomenal at gardening. Like you never would have known, but she's like an expert gardener. And like you go to do something or preen something, and she's like, "Stop right there! Don't you touch that leaf."
Oh my. I like to consider myself pretty good. This is impressive.
Well, not good enough, apparently.
Actually, I will also say that Darian, your herb garden is able to supply Jamie's herbalism kit.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Which
I
means that
also know.
Jamie-
I also know how to do that.
Jamie, I will say that your healing potions may cost an extra 5 gold less for each one that you produce.
Oh, sweet. Well, then I was gonna
Little
give myself
synergy.
5 more gold.
Little synergy there.
There we go. Sweet. Well, then I'll sell them at less than cost. I will
Yeah.
sell them at
Joe will
20.
be distraught that his brewery ideas have been destroyed because he would have used those herbs for new beers, but
That's
it was
okay.
destroyed in the fire.
I mean, my
Yep.
gambling hall has been exploded as well, so it's a
Till it-
little
till
bit
it is
harder
repaired.
to cheat. I have to do it
All
the
right.
old-fashioned way.
If there is nothing else that anyone would like to do, it is the day of the heist.
Place
The party
ties.
starts in the early afternoon, about 4 p.m., as the sun is high over high water. You are all dressed in your best, with Jamie presenting the cloak to to Sentinel. And
Nugs.
Sentinel, how do you feel about your cloak?
I have admired clothes from afar for a long time since I don't really wear them. And so I feel very special that I have a one-of-a-kind piece from the top designer in Highwater, our very own Dr.
Jamie
Watts.
is like Sentinel more than everybody else in the group right now.
I just kind of do, like when a little girl gets their first, gets a dress and it kind of
The
swirls them
twirl.
around. I'm gonna get the cape to flow a little bit. I'll do like a little jog, maybe even fly a couple feet, get it going, and just come back and we're like, Dr. Watts.
Arthur's gonna have a coughing fit.
Oh, God, Darby as
Everyone
well.
else who gazes upon this cape is visually offended by what they see. They don't even like it; they're offended by it.
All right.
Speaking, though you bring it up, Sentinel. Speaking of dresses, Tetra is the first to arrive, and she's definitely dressed to impress with a teal colored kind of, I'm gonna call it like a party dress for what would be a party for this time period. Definitely built or tailored to accentuate certain areas and to draw the catching eye. She's quick to flash that she does in fact have her pistol hooked to there's a large bow on the back of it, and it's tucked into the back of that bow for easy access. And Jayla has also arrived in an outfit that I could only describe as being not what anyone would expect. She did not show up in armor. She did not show up in anything that would be considered practical for the champion. She is actually probably in an outfit that is more party than Tetra's outfit. And as she arrives, still holding all of the weapons that she normally would, being the champion, she's just kind of like, now that I look at this, I don't think this was necessarily a good idea.
You certainly will work as a distraction, though.
Certainly not
That's-
practical either.
That's the goal. And then there's Joel. Sport coat wearing Joel, who comes out in mismatched pants and shirts. Kind of his tie that he's got is like, it's not tied right. You know when you got like the fat top and it's not like nice and tight, it's like misshapen and large and it's kind of hanging a little bit. That's what Joel looks like right now. He smells very strongly of cologne.
Attaboy,
All right.
Joel.
Oh,
How do I
boy.
look? Look like a killer right now?
You definitely look
look-
like something has been killed.
Or smell like something's been killed, but
Yeah, that too. Something
Well-
died. That's definitely what's going on here.
that's the summary. Something has died. Whether
Take that however
intentionally
you
or not.
please.
Not gonna lie, I was actually thinking about wearing something like this for something like really, really important. So kind of like a test run.
Yo,
James
Sure.
Bond.
wherever that may
Yep.
be, awesome.
Yeah.
Say that.
I'm
Say
I'm
that
sure he's a
name.
great guy.
Please say that name 7 more times for everyone here.
I'm
Don't
sure he
tempt me, I
definitely
might.
has never done anything that has aged poorly and is really awkward to go back and see.
This whole time, Tetra's just like this, and she's like, "Well, some of you cleaned up nice, but I've got I've got the chicken in the clown outfit. I've got
Wow.
the former champion looking like he
what?
just strolled out of the back alley, and I've got Midnight at the Brothel with us as well. So this should be a wonderful party.
I know
Wow.
she didn't just say clown outfit.
Oh.
Like I know she didn't just say
Even
that.
I'm confused. It's just a cape.
Midnight at the brothel. I like the description of Jayla's outfit. That's awesome. Let's go.
I don't think my outfit is that bad.
How revealing is said outfit?
For this time period, it's definitely a lot higher cut than one would anticipate. Or I guess I should say the skirt is definitely shorter. So it would be considered most definitely revealing.
Well. At least we
All
have
right, we doing this,
distractions.
guys?
Let's go.
Yeah, I guess
All right,
we might as
real
well.
quick, real quick.
I will not be standing downwind of Sentinel.
I will not either.
Yes, I know you reek of peppers.
I would much prefer to be in front of Sentinel for
Yes,
pretty
I'm
much the
just-
entire time we're having
Arthur
this.
will not be downwind of Sentinel,
What-
no matter what.
and because Arthur has finally caught a smell of that, remembering how angry Arthur got when I sent the dish back, and be like, "Can you blame me for sending that dish back, Arthur? The one that you tomahawked a lamb chop at my
lamb
face."
chop. Literally chucked it at me.
Everything that was cooked in my kitchen was expertly prepared, Darian.
What went into his cape was the same thing you tried to serve me.
Everything.
Whatever.
It was all cooked exactly as intended.
Well, then you have poor taste. That's all I have to say. And I'm not gonna walk it out of him.
I kind of like stare at the back of Darian's head as he continues walking, debating whether or not he's gonna pull his pistol out, and then he's just gonna keep walking.
Real quick, guys. Everyone come in. Everyone huddle up real quick. All right.
I don't want to
Come
huddle
on.
anywhere near Sentinel, I'm going to be honest.
Well, I just wanted to do like a
Metaphorical huddle.
kind of thing, like a Fermarilli sort of thing.
Sure. That's fine.
Arthur's going to very largely roll his eyes at the use of her dead friend's name and then huddle
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, same situation here. Like
Like,
Dr.
come on,
James is
man.
gonna walk up and just be like, all right.
It's a thing. Like this is all for Marilli right now. Hands in.
One-handed.
High water crown heist right here.
Sure.
Yeah,
We
it's
usually
it's great
don't-
to draw attention. Yep.
On 3.
One,
don't
two,
normally
three.
name.
Crown heist.
Awesome.
James
Now
Bond.
that's done, can we
Formally.
keep going?
We're all going to jail.
Oh,
We're all going.
We are just going to look at Django.
it's going to be
Yes, we will.
a terrible time. Man, am I glad I can
It's a
become
fast-paced
invisible.
scenario. Oh, if we're not all dead.
Well,
With Joel's little rally cry to the troops, you guys head out from Pazos and make your way to the Dusk Star, where you'll actually have to leave the city of Highwater and go to where the ship is actually kind of like docked to get up into it. It's not too long of a journey, especially with Jamie's speed running through the actual city portion of it.
Sassy
Yeah.
leading us through.
You guys are, as you guys make your way down the magical bridge over to where the ship is, there's actually an almost like elevator pulley system that extends down from the Dusk Star. As one elevator goes up, one comes down, and then vice versa, essentially doing this thing until they are ready to leave, in which they hoist both elevators back up into the ship where they are stored in storage. Tetra explains all of this as you guys are on your way. You approach, and you see two of Ansem's guards, bugbears be they, standing, looking quite prim and proper in these like suits with like the ruffled like shirt collars, and you can tell one of them has like something in its like tuft of like fur hair, and it's like gelled upwards with like a swoop to look like classy and cool. And as you guys approach, the one bugbear goes, "Party for Ansems."
Is this the same bugbear that stopped us in the alleyway when we were leaving the
It is not. It is
swamp?
not.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I don't recognize either of them?
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of look at, I guess, who would have the tickets? Joel. Whoever has the
David,
tickets.
Joel can have the tickets.
No, I guess I would have them. I'm trying to think of who else would have the tickets, but I think no, Sliva gave them to us, right?
So we
Yeah.
go to the party.
Yeah.
So
I'll produce the tickets for the party then.
All right, so Arthur, you approach with the tickets, including the one Tetra got herself at some point during the week. Well, let's see here. You kind of flip through the tickets. 8 of you, 8 tickets. How shall I announce the group?
I believe announces as Pazos.
yeah, that's probably
Pazos it is. Excuse me, Mr. Bugbear, sir. If you could announce it as Joel Stevenson's Pazos, best pizza in all of Elyssia, I would most appreciate that.
Oh, also, you should probably announce the champion of high water
Yes.
separately.
I'd like to say that.
Oh, of course, of course.
You'd
don't
be
mind.
fine for mistaking not doing that, seeing how it's kind of just like a name that you
He's
throw
going
around.
to elbow Jamie again.
As you elbow him from one side, Jayla elbows him from the other.
It's always
Oh.
consistently the same. So Arthur will be hitting the same side every time.
Always on the same side.
Little
Always
does
once
everyone
more.
know, Jamie has a pad that's right there as he has come to learn that this is where this is coming from.
Do you have a pad where Jayla just elbowed you?
No, that's a new one, so I
It's a new
wouldn't have
one,
gotten
just,
that.
just a little
Just like,
hit
ooh,
there.
Still hurt.
that's not fun.
So as you explain
Oh,
this,
no.
Arthur, this bugbear kind of pulls down like this big long like horn tube, and he puts up. And he goes, "Announcing champion of high water, Jayla Pentagast, and Joel Stevenson's Pazos Pizza, best pizza in all of Elyssia. If you could do me the favor, I would appreciate it." You didn't have to.
Nod.
Never mind.
Nod.
Oh,
Jamie is
I
excited
give him
about
a
that
big
guy.
I go
and
for the high five on that man.
Yes.
I want that bugbear's high five.
Exactly.
That guy's gonna be spared.
Yes, he
Yeah,
gets
he
to.
only spared.
We will make sure he gets out of here alive.
The party
Yeah.
is able to board the elevator, which immediately shoots upwards once the doors shut, with considerable speed. If this is your first time on any magical lift, this thing is flying upwards at a great velocity and swaying in the wind and rocking back and forth. It is not a pleasant experience. It is a horrible experience. But you arrive at the top of the deck of the Dusk Star, where the gates behind you open and you are able to step out onto the finely polished wooden deck. The Dusk Star is a massive ship. For anyone who's ever been on a ship before, it is probably the largest one you've ever been on, let alone seen. Most likely, it would be able to fit any of the Crown's battle battalions or battle galleons. 3 or 4 of those within its massive girth.
Wow.
Dang.
This dude's got money.
Ansem, as Tetra has explained earlier, has a crew of about 600 to run this
Ooh.
entire ship. All of which, as you guys step out, can see are out in force, wearing similar outfits with ruffled shirts as the bugbears below. The crew consists mostly of bugbears, hobblings, and the occasional human or dusk elf. All of them now are serving as waiters, bouncers, chauffeurs. As you enter into the party, which is already hopping. All of Highwater's nobility is around, mingling out onto the deck, which has turned into a glorified dance floor, essentially, with pop-up tables being set up in different areas. Servers stopping by those tables with hors d'oeuvres and drink. The battlements and cannons still stand out on the deck as they would normally, but they've been lightly covered with a white linen with flowers dangling from the linen to give them a bit of a softer look. Decoration appears to be mostly black tie and white. A hint of cinnamon wafts through the winter air.
And peppers.
And Peppers.
Peppers.
Anyone around Sentinel is just
And
Peppers.
Joel's
Peppers,
cologne.
Peppers and Joel's cologne.
Just eye-watering peppers.
As you
Oh
guys
god,
are
being in that
forced into the
elevator. Oh
Yeah,
god.
you guys are just dying as you step off of the elevator.
Joel is once again. Joel's ruining something that I worked really hard on.
As Arthur's eyes begin to water, I'm gonna just kind of say quietly under my breath, "Cooked to perfection."
Dale is going to smack the Darian in the back of the head as hard as possible.
Oh.
Tetra
Hey,
kind
guys.
of looks over at you guys and she's like, "Okay, we're on the ship now. Let's act like high society for once here. I know that's very difficult for everyone here."
I've never
have
done that
no idea what
before.
you're
Should
talking
I
about.
start
will be-
exploiting people now, or wait till I get off the elevator?
You should have started
immediately.
exploiting people before you got on
Yeah.
the elevator.
Ah, see, yep.
That's the
This is why
trick.
I don't even know how this works.
Petra's
We are-
lack of
We are
faith
defending
in
into the
us.
background as quickly as possible. I'm going to kind of
Yes.
point at Darby and
That is my plan.
Jamie.
As
Mhm.
before you guys are able to do that, one other quick point. You can actually see Ansem up on like the ship's. It would be the bow, I believe, is the back, or is that the stern? Stern.
I don't know. I think it's the
Stern.
bow.
Stern.
Bow. Stern.
I was wrong.
Stern.
Yeah.
Stern
Yeah.
is the back.
Be the stern.
I have
Yeah.
no idea.
Starboard.
Stern is the rear.
I am not a boatsman.
I am not.
The stern of the ship, you can actually see Ansem up there in this lavish, long like suit coat that's just glittered. Darren or Darby, it kind of reminds you a little of someone else.
Okay,
And
yeah.
he has this huge like bow tie and these like fine slacks that look like they've been ironed like 50 times to like get them like perfectly straightened and sheen.
Yeah.
And he has a huge sword, the largest, most impractical greatsword, strapped to his back. And he's currently chatting up with some nobility, and you can hear his voice carry over the band playing, the conversation. He goes, "Yes, I have slain a dragon or two before in my days. It's quite easy if you aim for the neck, the most sensitive there."
This man has never seen a dragon in his life. Well, he's making quite the distraction for us as well, so that's nice.
All right, what is everyone's game plan here?
Well, Tetra knows the ship, so
Yeah.
my goal is to get me, Darby, and Jamie to where Tetra needs us to begin this heist, like as quickly as
Yeah.
possible. I'm not going to be making small talk with
No,
nobody.
I'm not either.
Yeah.
I'll be going with them, also sneaking along because you guys
Okay.
forget I am a rather stealthy guy. But I'll be the
Fair.
first to
That
I'll
is
be the
fair,
first to
actually.
branch off in case we need somebody to keep talking. Because unsurprisingly, maybe surprisingly to the group, I'm very well at dealing with the high end of society.
Perfect.
That is surprising.
Earl
I'm very
links-
good at talking as well.
Yeah, Tetra links arms with the jailer real quick and says, "You see those doors over there?" You kind of look over, and where that stern of the ship is, there's actually a set of double doors currently being guarded by two very burly-looking bugbears. Go down there and start making your way down the couple decks, and you'll find the gold digger. Don't worry, it's not that hard to locate. Just 2 or 3 decks down. Jayla and I are gonna go talk up our good friend Ansem, make sure he's extra distracted.
Fair enough.
Alright.
And I will leave the bugbears to you guys. And she kind of whisks Jayla away. The champion kind of stumbles, not used to the footwear that she's wearing, as they make their way up to the stern to surprise Ansem with their presence.
Well,
Joel kind of is rubbing his hands. He looks over to you, Sentinel, and he goes, "Well, if we're distracting some bugbears, I think that's you and me, buddy.
All right, I got an idea.
What's your idea?" I got an idea too.
You brought the pizza portal, right?
Pazer's Pizza Portal. Trademark.
Yeah, perfect. Trademark and all. All right, you want to do some gambling, right?
I want to do some gambling. I want to do some drinking. I want to do some, like, espionage shit right now.
Yeah. So let's take this pizza and we're gonna go around the gambling floor and we're gonna trade some pizza for some chips. We're gonna get free gambling chips from people. Gonna do what you do best. You're gonna sell those pizzas. Then
I'm gonna sell those pizzas. What about the bugbears?
the bugbears are gonna start to notice that we're out there selling food on Anthem ship at a party. We're going to a party.
Absolutely genius. All right, Sentinel, take my lead.
All right.
Oh god, this is going to go so horribly.
There's going to try
I'm
and
gonna-
slink against
I'm
a wall somewhere, just make himself as invisible as
Before,
possible.
Before
And then
Joel
I
and
was-
Sentinel take off, I want to grab Joel by the arm, look him dead in the eyes, and go, James Bond. And then let him go.
James Bond.
I'm gonna whisper to Joel. We were like, "You gotta teach me some James Bond stuff."
It's really easy. You just need to say your last name and your first, and then your first name. You have to drink vodka martinis, shaken not stirred, and you have to bang every lady that's in every movie that you're in with.
See,
Gotcha.
Arthur, Sentinel would just go, it's Null, Sentinel. And then it'd be fine.
Oh,
All right.
Wow.
no.
So the rest of you guys kind of slink into the crowd.
Off the side of the ship, killing himself.
Darby just jumps overboard. No.
You guys kind of slink into the crowd to hide yourself as Joel and Sentinel make their way to mingle with the
I'm
people.
definitely
I
keeping
put
it
on my
on, though.
very obvious Assassin's Creed pure white bleached cloak and then blend into everybody.
I find a hay bale to jump
Yeah.
from 60 stories into.
I just sit non-conspicuously in an unmoving pose on a bench nearby next to two people.
There you go.
So Sentinel, you and Joel, you're kind of looking around for a target, and Joel spots a relatively young-looking nobleman, and he has two guards with him right there, and they're kind of chatting with each other. Sentinel, you very quickly recognize these people as being the noble that you may have had an interesting run-in when you first arrived in Highwater, and his two lackeys, Keith and Dola. Fight Heist.
They're back. Good fight.
Wow.
Heist.
Yes.
All right,
That is true. We didn't
nah,
only knock them out.
I'm gonna go. I got these guys right here. Sentinel, you got my back?
Got your back.
All right. Let's move out. Good buddy. 10-4.
All right.
Roll out.
410.
4-10. You guys walk up to the table. The noble and Keith and Dola, they kind of glance over. Joel places his hands on the table. He goes, "The name's Stevenson. Joel Stevenson."
Guardian foul. Sentinel guardian foul.
What he said.
Oh boy.
You gentlemen look like you're a little hungry right now. Look like you're in need of something savory. Tell him the good, Sentinel.
In this here trademarked Pazzo's Pizza Portal, we have the most savory, delicious, mouth-watering morsel of food that you will ever place inside of your mouth. And then inside, I pull out a piece of pizza, just one, and let the cheese just like drip, just let it really string out there. And then I place out my wing and hold out here for 5 chips. You can
Fire
have this piece of
roasted.
pizza.
Not baked.
Yeah, not
The
baked
noble
at
and-
all.
The noble and Keith and Dola are just like staring at this glopping cheese pizza slice that is just in front of them. And
You
the
don't even know
noble
what
is
pizza
like,
is still.
just-
That's just,
The grease
What?
is just oozing out of the ship
it's,
floor.
it's just a gross thing.
is this that whole restaurant bullshit from the second layer?
Yeah, I was
Well,
like,
I
how
don't
would
know.
you
I don't know there, Dola. What do you think? We've been to Pazzo's Pizza once or twice. They got some pretty good pizzas. You're right, Keith. They do got some pretty good pizzas there. I think we might need to maybe give them a little bit of something. You guys catering the party here?
You could say that. I mean,
Yes.
we cater wherever we
Yes.
go.
It's a last minute cater job.
Yep.
Just
They
5
called
chefs.
us.
Yeah. Well, if you're catering, then we'll take a pizza. You said it's just 5 of these here gambling chips. You put some
Yep.
down.
For a slice.
For
Nice.
a slice,
You know
for a
they're-
whole pizza.
One
It's a pretty
slice
good
of a
deal.
pizza.
It's a great deal considering that the bouncer gamble master over there is giving 20 of these things away just for being at the party. So you can have our 5. That's fine. Giving them away for
Perfect.
free. The fuck are we doing right now? Thank
I
you
don't know.
so much for your patronage.
I don't know.
I don't know. Wasn't this your plan?
Well, I
Man.
can't imagine those those bugbears would be like, "What the hell are these guys doing? Hawking
This
food
is
at my party?"
amazing. This is amazing.
Great.
I don't know.
I have to pee.
This
Oh my
is-
god, you
That's
guys
so
are making me laugh too
ridiculous.
much.
That's funny.
Oh my god.
So Sentinel and Joel begin to kind of do this as they walk around and begin hawking this pizza at people under the guise that they are the caterers that you have to pay your gambling chips to get food for. But
Makes more
their
sense.
their charismatic
I love
duo-ship
it.
is able to
Ooh.
I made up a word, duo-ship.
There you go.
Is able to convince enough people, and these bugbears start to take notice, and they're by the door. They're like, "What the hell is this?" Ansem said, "No food." You said it's too expensive to feed these rich-ass dumb nobles. No food. Did he go behind our backs? You know, last year I was in charge of catering the party, and Ansem said that he really liked the ham that I picked out from that butcher in Igrith, and he wants to go behind my fucking back and bring in a third party. Well, I'm gonna come and tell him that he needs to take it right up the ass, because I'm gonna be catering the party next year. And he immediately, shuffles away to go and confront Sentinel and Joel.
Arthur's like, "Yeah, you go tell him. You go tell him. Your food's great, man."
Darby is visually confused about everything going on. Nothing makes sense.
From his hiding spot, or from his place at the edge of the party, Dr. Jamie Watts knows that this is going exactly how he assumed this would go, and is going to start making his way down to the bottom, hopefully, while this is still a thing.
All right, so Jamie begins making his way for the doors. Does anyone else,
Yes.
Arthur does,
Yeah.
Darby does, Darian does. You guys all make a dash for the doors. A stealthful dash
Yeah.
for the doors. As these two bugbears,
Over.
the one bugbear is all pissed. His buddy is like, "Hold on, man! We're not supposed to leave our post." He runs after him, and Sentinel, as you are producing out another pizza and setting it, and Joel is taking the chips, you feel a firm double finger on your chicken shoulder.
Oh no! Did he touch the cape?
He did.
His fingers are now covered
It's
in
over for
oil.
him.
His fingers
It's
are
over.
pepper oil.
Oh, he's got
Good.
something in his eye. Sentinel.
Rubbing his eye. Rubbing his eye.
It's over for him.
I
What's the
turned
fucking
quickly so
blind
then.
adversary?
All right, so I flash my cape and turn around.
Hey, you. What is this shit right here? What are you doing?
And I was like, just the man I wanted to talk to. This free sample just for you, Ansem. You know, he hired us here and to walk around and to give pizza. You know, you really wanted to make the gambling floor just a lively place, and what better than to try this piece of pizza. So here, I'll give you a little bit of a sample.
You guys with Igrith National? Grutter's Catering? Who fucking brought you in here?
We're independent, just up and coming.
Oh, you're independent, I see. Oh, big shot independent guys coming on in. Want to take my job catering Ansem's fancy dinners with their cheese garbage? Look at me. I'm a cheese on bread. It's so impressive. And I'm just gonna taste this cheese on bread. And he just slams his whole hand into his
Yes.
mouth, not realizing
Pepper.
that he touched Sentinel's toxic pepper
Oh,
tape,
God.
and he
Pepper
pulls
cake.
his fingers out. Cheese still just encrusted, wrapped around them. He's chewing. He swallows. I didn't actually have. Oh! He immediately freaks out, waves his hands around, charges for the table with all the drinks on it. He literally picks a woman up and tosses her halfway across the ship, grabs an entire bottle of wine, breaks the nozzle of the bottle, and slams the shattered glass into his mouth and begins chugging it back, blood and wine all together to clench the burn that is in his throat right now.
Well, I
That
handled
is a
way
lie.
better.
That is the most metal line I've ever heard. Blood and wine mixed
That's
together in his burning throat.
It's amazing.
I'm gonna rush over to where the lady was thrown and catch her, and I'm gonna turn around to Joel and say, "James Bond stuff, right?"
You have to bang her now, according
I'll
to
say
Joel.
Yeah.
You should get her number, Sentinel. I'm a one-woman man right now, so I will not be partaking in the bangitude, so I'm gonna put all the ladies your way.
All right.
You look like a guy that's built for comfort, not for speed.
Hashtag
I mean,
Nick
people
and
have-
Melissa's special day at Adam and Eve right now. Make sure you promo code, get yourself some free items. And if it says that's not a real promo code, just keep putting it in. It's all about persistence.
Contact their customer support and tell them that Nerdy sent you.
Oh my
Sentinel, as you
God.
catch the
Oh,
woman,
my cheeks hurt from laughing so hard.
this petite human woman who looks to be in her mid-30s, you catch her and she's like, "Oh, well, thank you there. I don't know your name."
Guardian foul sentinel.
And you just hear Joel in the background, "You get him, boy!"
Wow.
Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Guardian Foul Sentinel Bird.
I don't know. My friend told me to say just call me Sentinel.
Okay, then. Well, I very much appreciate it. My name is Donna.
Nice to meet you, Donna.
What brings you to the party today?
We're supposed to be, catering this, but really we're here with some friends. We're doing secret stuff.
Oh, secret stuff. I love secret stuff. What type of secret stuff are you doing?
Don't.
I mean, I can't really tell you. I mean, my friends would be really mad at me, but
Yes,
just
we
keep it on the down
Okay.
low.
You very
Yeah.
bad.
It's kind of like one of those thief novels that I'm very much into.
Ooh,
Oh, no.
like what thief
No,
novel are you
no.
into?
Oh, it's they're called The Black Rider. It's about a masked thief who breaks into people's mansions and, he steals from them and has a tendency to make his way with the lady folk of the house.
Yes. I'm learning about that right now, and
Are you?
I'm in training, James Bond training.
I don't know who that is, but
Either do I, but it seems cool.
that seems so
Oh, that's a great
counterproductive
one.
to not know who that. I'm not gonna say things. Thank you for catching me. I very much appreciate it.
You're welcome. You enjoy the rest of your time here at Ansem's party.
Oh, I will. I can't wait to meet him. Have you met Ansem before?
I have. We're actually best friends. He gave me 2 of his business
Can-
we
Do you think that you could get me a meeting? The line is so long to get to him, and unfortunately, I'm a bit on the lower end of the party list.
Of course, we fought together. We had a long conversation. He even visited me at Pazzo's Pizza. He just wanted to come and say hi. So
You're part of that Pazzo's Pizza thing?
yeah. Didn't you hear us? We were announced. Not too long ago. We were hanging out with the champion.
I thought I heard something about that. I heard the champion, and I heard something about a Joel and some pizza thing, but I wasn't sure if it was the same thing. I wouldn't be caught dead in a place like that. It just seems so dumpy.
It is not dumpy at all. It is.
You're Joel.
is-
I resent that.
yeah. I mean, this is my good friend Joel right here. And he can attest. This man does not do anything dumpy. He in fact is the opposite of dumpy.
Yeah, not dumpy. I don't know what the opposite of not dumpy is. Would you like a
Joel
sample?
gets 0 dumpy. He gets no dumpy. There
He
is
is-
no dumpy.
He's
in
got
Joel.
no dumpy in him. There is no
I'm
dumpy.
0% dumpy.
He gets
Yeah.
no dumpy.
Sentinel,
No
give the
dumpy.
lady a sample.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So here, trademarked Pizza Portal, Pezzo's Pizza Portal,
Oh,
and the inside, delicious stuff. Here, and I just take one out and I just shove it right to her face.
takes it away from her face, stares at it, and tastes it. Oh, this is quite delicious. I'm going to have to tell my friends about that. Open 7 days a
Absolutely.
week, ma'am. 10 to midnight. Hours vary depending on what the hell is going on and like what quests we're on, but you know how it goes. All right.
You should
as
just stop by.
These
But-
two.
I'll definitely get you in touch with Ansem. Just look out for me. I'll call your name, Donna.
yeah, I appreciate that so much, Sentinel.
You're welcome.
So are we getting
Back
in
to
line
James
go talk
Bond
to-
stuff.
Yeah, well, yeah, but like, so one of the things about like a James Bond like thing, Sentinel, is like James Bond always encounters his villain at some point in like the story. So is this the part where we go and talk to Ansem and he kind of realizes what the fuck's going on and all that jazz?
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
That sounds like the
James Bond.
next logical
Oh,
step.
why did we leave it to these two?
All right,
we made a
Sentinel-
mistake.
It's so great that Darian
Sentinel?
saw that he was the only one with the brain cell in the distraction plan. Was like, I'm gonna take this only brain cell with me and go with you guys.
Sentinel, if things start to go
Yes.
south, I'm going to yell out the James Bond code word that we need to GTFO, Moonraker.
Oh God.
Gotcha. Moonraker.
Moonraker. Let's go. So you guys go and you get in line to go talk to Ansem, so you can get this random woman you just met a meeting with this guy. We will
Perfect.
now cut
We
to
really
the
do leave these two to do it. Yeah.
we'll now cut to the other group. And so Arthur, Jamie, Darby, Darian, you guys have opened the doors. You've slid in. You've made your way down the staircase that wraps around to the second deck, which consists of a
Deck?
relatively wide open room with like a graded floor in the center, and there's a bunch of other doors on the sides. And you can see across the way there seems to be another set of stairs without a door on it, but there's quite a number of crew members walking around. Mostly hoblings, it looked like, down here, and they're all like in these kind of raggedy clothes, and you can hear them just kind of yelling, "We gotta keep the boilers going, else the ship is gonna go down. Ansem gonna skin us alive, boys."
Oh.
Okay.
I
Oh, so
think
we need
That's
to make sure our
cool.
way to those other set of stairs. How do we want to get past those crew members? Do we want to try and ditch our fancy clothes and pretend to be crew, or? You said so. We've only seen hoblings now below deck. It's the only thing we've seen.
Yes, just hoblings right now. It seems that Ansem has relegated the finer-looking members of his crew to the upper decks to wait on the nobility.
Makes sense.
What is the like above me? Like, can I get up to the ceiling?
It's a relatively low ceiling, so I'm not sure who the tallest character is, but it's about like 7 feet, like from floor to ceiling.
Okay,
Hmm.
that's not too tall.
Man, I think the best way to go about it is just like stealthing around and hoping
We
not to get caught.
Could, I mean, all of the staff on the upper floors are wearing fancier clothes. We could try to pass off as staff trying to check in on the boiler, make sure things are going well. They seem to be having trouble with it, apparently.
Or alternatively, I doubt these people understand the basics of military hierarchy. My fancy clothes is my old military uniform. Maybe I'm from some sort of military group looking at Ansem's ship because we want to build a fleet of them. And we're just investigating the inner workings. That Ansem said it was okay to do so.
Somehow I believe these hoblings will believe anything we tell them as to why we're here.
So, those are
Exactly.
great. Those are great backup plans. I
Yes,
said
that is
we
a
can
great
try and
point.
stealth and then use that as our go-to when if we get spotted.
Let's do it.
Alright.
All right, everybody, give me sneaking rolls.
Oh, boy.
I should note this isn't like a wide open room. There's like cargo and all this
Yeah.
other stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
that you guys can get around.
Ooh,
I got a 22.
22.
24.
Okay.
What is
All
my
right,
bonus
all
to
right.
Phil?
That's a 16.
23.
Man, everyone's really
We're
stuck.
rolling really well.
You guys succeed.
Nice.
Jamie
Beautiful.
just barely succeeds that one too.
Thanks.
As you guys kind of shimmy your way amongst the cargo and stuff, the hoblings there all over, darting in and out, carrying like coal and different like items and stuff to try and keep like the ship's infrastructure running during this incredibly high capacity party. There's one specific foreman kind of standing on a box barking orders. All right, guys, it's very simple here. We need to move the cargo B to the cargo A hole so that I did not intend for that, but
I'm sorry.
The B hole to the A
move
hole.
cargo B to the cargo A hole, and you know everyone's gonna be A-okay because that's what Ansem wants done before the party's over with. Hey, Lipo, how does he want the shrimp move there too, or just the finer goods? Why would Ansem want the shrimp move? That stuff is a perishable. You don't move the perishables at the cargo A hole. Cargo A hole is only intended for I can't keep a damn straight face now. Cargo A hole is only intended for the finest of merchandises. Per Ansem's orders, you keep the perishables in cargo B hole. You understand that?
Oh, I understand.
Very
Also,
understand.
Arthur would like to, when he's stealthing by, would kind of like to take a gander as to when some of the hoblings were freaking out about keeping the boiler running so that way the ship stays afloat, as to where those hoblings were heading.
Down.
Okay, good to know.
Kind of figured.
Just in case we don't want the ship to be afloat anymore.
Well, you know.
All right, so kind of following those hoblings, actually, you guys make your way to the stairs, past this foreman, and begin also working your way down these other winding set of stairs.
Yep.
Where you arrive at the heart of the Dusk Star, the Gold Digger. There are two long catwalks on either side of this ship that's hanging from chains within the center of the Dusk Star. As Tetra described it, it looks like a giant metal manta ray that is suspended in midair. You can actually see it almost appears like there's like a magical energy wafting from the back of it and the bottom of it. And the only thing that is making it so that the Dusk Star even floats is the fact that it is connected to this thing right now. Waves of magical energy surge from the Gold Digger along these chains up into it. Looks like metal pylons that are built into the top of this giant cargo hole. And you guys can actually see both the hoblings carrying the goods down to cargo A hole and the hoblings going into the Gold Digger to man the boilers.
Okay.
That's where we need. So you said the chains appear magical, or they're just transmitting magic?
It looks like they're transmitting magic.
Mental notes, yeah.
We need to get onto the Gold Digger.
Yes, we do.
So the catwalks that are running alongside the ship, are there catwalks to the Gold Digger from those?
So there's like rope steps down to where the entrance of the Gold Digger is, and if you watch these hoblings as they scurry, they very quickly hop down this, like, when I say like a rope bridge or rope stairs, it's like planks just connected via ropes upwards. So it looks very precarious.
Yeah.
And as you look down, it is just an empty, like, scooped out hole with slits into it so that like the heat from the Gold Digger can emit out from somewhere, and those same slits are in the back as well. So if you were to fall, you'd probably fall like 30-40 feet, and it could possibly slip through one of these slits.
So this giant, so like she was saying, this giant ship is just for pomp and circumstance. It's not really containing anything other than this other ship within it.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So you see these hoblings, they kind of hop down these stairs. They immediately open a single door on this metal manta ray, step in and shut it behind them.
Well, if the coast is clear, Arthur's going to try and make his way down one of the rope stairs.
All right. Everyone give me a stealth roll again.
That is.
Okay. Oh, that one's better. It's a 21.
That is
16.
a 15.
There we go. That helped a lot. That is a 16.
Once again, you guys just make it.
Yeah,
You guys,
obviously
some
dash.
hobblings kind of are shimmering
Thank you,
along, the ones
Amulet.
that just drop the cargo in the cargo a-hole, and they, you know, you kind of are coming at each other, and you guys quickly, Darian and Darby, you guys, everyone else, Jamie and Arthur, have kind of moved past and starting down the rope bridge. You guys see these hobblings coming at you. You jump over the sides of the catwalk and hold on to the sides as the hobblings pass. You can hear their conversation, arguing about how their warden Lipo is just such an asshole and doesn't give them a break. They make their way up.
Lipo.
Guys, get your way up, make your way back to join Arthur and Jamie at the door to the gold digger.
I'm gonna try and open it the way that I saw the hobblings open the door. Does it open?
It does open. It takes a
Cool.
second. You kind of have to brace yourself on the stair and like hold the rope. But as you pull, you can almost feel like a suction almost, as if it's pressurized in there.
Gonna step in.
All right, you guys enter the gold digger. This is a modern marvel for Elyssia. You step onto carpeted floors, something that only the richest of the rich would have. The cabin is a long hallway that extends down into like a dining kitchen area, and you can kind of see it through a large circular door that has magical lights illuminating downward. And in the back from there's actually a kitchen that you can kind of see also. You turn to your left, there seems to be the like crew controls or steering wheel, and there's actually two large ship wheels and a bunch of odd controls here and there. A dusk elf sits at the chair snoring with his hat pulled down over his eyes. In the long hall, it is lined with rooms.
Just in case, I'm going to close the door behind us in case nobody else did.
You
I'm
close
gonna
the door behind
search.
you.
I'm gonna search for traps.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. Let's see here. Boop-a-doop. Oop. Oh. Boop-a-doop-a-doop. That is a 19.
19. So, Jamie, you scour the immediate area looking for any type of traps or an alarm system. The only trap that you find would be the snoring of the dusk elf in the cockpit in front of you. It is, in fact, so loud that it could be used as a torture device.
Jeez.
Dang.
Okay. Well, there we go.
Alright, well. A long hallway of rooms. One of them
There's about 3 on each side.
All right, I'm gonna start with the first one on the left.
All right, so Arthur,
tackle
you
this one at a
walk
time?
up. Yep, so Arthur, you go up to the first one on the left. You pop it open. It appears to be a bedroom of some type. Very nice, plush-looking bed. It looks more to be a guest bedroom than a master bedroom or a captain's room. There is a single desk there and some ornaments and whatnot on the desk. A golden statue of Ansem with his hand on his side and his finger up in the air, almost gazing up to the sky, sits upon the desk.
As much as Arthur would like to damage that statue, he's going to leave it alone and shut the door behind him.
How about everyone else? What is everyone else doing?
I'll check one.
All right, so Jamie, I'll say you
I'll check
check
one
the
as well.
door. All right, so Darian, want to check a different room?
Sure.
We'll split up and look for clues.
Lit up and look for clues. Okay. So Darian, I'll say you take the room on the right, since Arthur took the room on the left. You pop it open, and it seems to be a storeroom of some kind. A lot of odds and ends and different like weapons and stuff like that in there. As you kind of are pilfering through some of the items, doesn't look anything of great value, but you do manage to find yourself 20 arrows,
Oh, I'll take
Oh.
that.
and you also find 5 rounds of ammo for Arthur's pistols.
Done deal.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty nice.
So Jamie, you'll take the room right below the one that Darian is going through, and as you pop that one open, it's a very odd-looking room. Has 2 posh couches seated on either side of the room, with a table in the center and a book that is on like a stand or something, like one of those music stands, and it's flipped open. And as you kind of enter, you look at the book and begin to flip through it. You realize that they're lyrics to songs.
Okay. Any songs that I recognize?
Oh yeah, probably a few. There's some very popular Elysian ballads and poppy fiddle songs. I don't know what you call them.
Is that's everything I find in the room?
Yeah, and really nothing too much of interest in here. You can kind of, if you look a little further, you can tell that the book stand has like almost like a voice emitter built into it with wiring that's charged with magic that leads up to two boxes that are in either corner of the room.
I will take note of that for later, as I have been looking at the world differently.
All right. And Darby, you open the room on the right. Yes, the room on the right. Left.
Because
Thank
Jamie
you.
took the right too.
Correct. The room on the left. You open the middle room on the left, and you find what looks to be the captain's quarters. You can tell they are the captain's quarters because this room is ginormous. There is a large king-size bed in there, all these different trophies of a painting of Ansem in like a fine red robe with his hand on his chin like this, gazing seriously at the picture. The room smells of berries and lilacs, except for the weird hobbling stench that comes from the two hobblings that are currently scrubbing the floors, and when you open the door, they turn to look at you. Wait, who are you?
I'm just here on an inspection run, and someone wanted to make sure everything's running well.
An inspection run? We ain't hear nothing about no inspection run.
Well, you know how
Who
Ansem
sent
is.
you?
Ansem himself, of course.
Give me a deception roll.
All right.
Come on, Darby.
I'm pretty good at deception. Except when I roll that, we will use the necklace. That is all of my talisman charges, but that is okay.
Well, the one you used during the week would have recharged. 'Cause you
Yeah,
had
yeah.
your...
No, I for the second stealth roll I rolled very bad, so I needed to use it
okay.
and with that too. So we're good though. That is a 4 + 7 is 11.
You said Ansem sent you? Well, usually he lets us know down here who he's sending. So, well, what do you think, Skippers? I don't know. I just work here. Well, Skippers doesn't know, and I don't know. I guess you're okay by our book then. We just scrub the floors and clean the toilets, so you don't really do a whole lot.
Well, it looks like you're doing a good job.
I prepare Ansem dinner too. He like grilled cheese.
I will take note of that for the future.
Don't tell him what the master likes. He does like grilled cheese though.
It's okay. I'm sure he won't mind.
Darby
too much.
will remember this.
Yes, Darby will remember this. Darby will just say, "You guys seem to be doing a good job. It's looking nice in here," and he'll just close the door.
Scrub it. I'm scrubbing the floors.
Okay, good job.
You just close the door.
Slowly close the door. Okay. Maybe you want to be a little bit quieter, moving to the next two rooms.
Is that the one we want to be in? Isn't the captain's quarters where we go to get the forest stage? Or am I remembering?
Yeah, that
correctly?
that was correct. We had to
Was
go
that?
into the captain's room.
All right. Well,
That is what Tetra said.
we have some complications then.
Darby just like.
Oh, there are people because there's people in there.
There are two hobblings. in there,
Hobblings.
currently mopping the floor, and I don't know how they bought that I'm just here inspecting, but I have a feeling they're not going to take kindly to 4 people going in there at the same time. Especially not going in to take something.
Well, tell them Ansem wants them to do something else in a different room.
Alright.
And that you forgot to tell them last time you were in there.
I will open the door and go, "Hi again. Just got you know, Ansem's business cards, right? They kind of fly around and stuff. I just sent a word out to him asking him if there's, that he wants you to do anything else, and he said he needs you guys to go clean anywhere else than here right now. He's going to be needing this really soon, so he needs you guys to clean up and get out.
I'll need another deception roll from you.
That is fine.
Please don't fail.
Hopefully the roll is better than a 2.
Also, Arthur, I found this for you. I'm going to give you your
Oh, yeah.
5 pieces of ammunition.
That is
Ooh,
yet
Arthur
another
will be
11.
very happy.
11.
Really? Ansem said that? Come on, skippers. I guess we'll go scrub, like, the kitchen or something.
Yeah, that's fine. The kitchen.
I can make Ansem grilled cheese.
There you go.
Yo,
Yeah, make him
Anyone want
surprise him.
grilled cheese? I make mean grilled cheese. My grilled cheese is the best grilled cheese this side of Elyssia.
Arthur will hold the urge to request a grilled cheese
I
sandwich.
use 32 types of cheese on my grilled cheese.
Oh my god.
Wow, that's a lot of cheese.
Arthur will really hold the urge back to request a grilled cheese
We're not here
sandwich.
for grilled cheese, though, so...
I
Handsome
had
might be.
tomato and some fresh cut ham slices on a nice soft baguette roll that I butter
So
nice
it's
with
just-
fumu butter.
That's a
And
ham and cheese sandwich.
Yeah,
And I fry it very lovingly on a frying
That's a
pan.
ham and cheese
it's
sandwich.
I
very
flip
quickly
it
becoming a
out.
chopped cheese more than a grilled cheese.
It's a different sandwich now. You've made a different sandwich.
And it's a grilled cheese because I grill it. It has cheese on it.
No.
Jamie, you're not supposed to be talking to him.
Nudges Jamie. Look, don't mind him. You know how the interns can get. Just please go
Excuse
get
me.
out.
So you guys want grilled cheese?
No, just you can make Ansem one. That's fine, but only Ansem.
And who wants grilled cheese? I go make a grilled cheese. He starts waddling his way out, makes his way to the kitchen. The other hobbling follows him. I guess I'll go scrub the kitchens while he's making grilled cheese.
Please do. Make sure
Alright.
it sparkles. Ansem wants to see his reflection.
And the grilled cheese are in the floor.
Interpret it
Oh.
as you wish.
Whoa.
Okay,
Always.
I can do that.
Oh, God.
Okay.
I don't know how that went.
All right,
Okay.
I'm gonna walk into
Yes,
Ansom's
I'm walking in
quarters.
as well and closing the door as soon as
Okay,
everyone's
yes.
inside.
Right, you have shut the door. Again, Ansom's room is the most lavish room on this gold digger here. The carpeting, as you step from one carpet to the other carpet, it's just that much softer. It's so soft you could snuggle it.
Alright, so we need to find how we're going to find the treasure. I don't know, but we need to find it.
All right.
That's what I said. It's in his
Investigation
yeah,
check.
it's his
Somewhere in
captain's
here.
quarters that leads to his treasure room, right?
So I will do that.
Oh, let's start looking around, I guess.
I will assist if he wants
What would-
Well,
advantage.
I got a 19. Just roll, but if I get advantage, then I'll roll again.
19 is fine. So, Jamie, some of the things that you notice about the room that might be good places to check is he's got a very large desk with a lot of different like odds and ends on it. Another one of those gold statues with his hand on his hip and his finger up, looking up to the sky. Some other different things like some coins. There's like a coin pouch there.
I
The
would
other
take
big thing
the
to note.
money.
All right, there's 5 gold pieces in there,
Sweet. I'll take that.
and then there is the portrait of him looking menacingly.
Hmm.
If I had to take a
Um,
gander, I'm guessing it's the portrait.
I was gonna take it at the bust, and I can. I'm just gonna try to move bust, see if there's like a secret thing that if you twist an arm or push a head or something like that, something else.
It's
will
actually
happen.
a painting.
Oh, I thought you said there was like a.
There's a
Okay.
statue,
Oh,
a small
statue.
golden
Little
statue.
statue,
yeah.
yes. Yeah, so you kind of play around with the statue. You can actually pick it right up, Jamie. It's not
Oh,
connected.
it's not connected to anything.
Yep,
Okay.
it's just a gold statue.
Interesting.
I thought it was bigger. Okay, never mind.
No,
Yeah, it's
You said it
about,
was-
it's about yay
You
big.
said it was gold though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm taking it.
so if
You
you're
have
not
a
taking it,
golden
I am.
statue- You have a golden statue of Ansem.
Cool.
Arthur would like to try to feel the seam around the painting, see if the painting can come off the wall, or if it's like one of those that's like firmly
It
secured
is.
against
It
the
is
wall.
very firmly secure against the wall.
If I take the a plume from the feather in my cap and I run it along the edge of the painting, is there a breeze or any sort of wind pressurization movement anywhere?
There is along the edge of the painting.
Thought so.
Okay, so we got to figure out how to move this mechanism. So there's a way through this painting. We got to figure out how to move it. Can I investigate to see what would possibly trigger something like that?
The only big thing to note would be the desk, and then obviously Ansem's bed is there too.
Okay, well, I am a thief, as by trade. So would I get any sort of insight as to what to look for a secret door or a safe or the thing that's behind the thing?
Yeah.
That's
So,
kind of my whole
Jamie, I
bit.
will say with you being a thief, maybe not necessarily how this mechanism particularly works, but one thing to note that you would have noticed, Ansem is quite full of himself.
Well, yeah.
Painting is looking directly.
It's like dead staring you in the eyes.
Can I follow its line of sight? See where it's
Yes,
looking?
it's on the back wall.
Is there anything of
Just
note
straight
on that back wall or no?
It's a blank wooden back wall.
Okay.
What was the painting or the statue pointing to when it was set on the
Just up?
desk?
Just at the ceiling.
Anything there?
Nope, just looks like a wood ceiling.
Jamie,
Is the
can I have that statue for a second?
Sure.
Darby will stand on the opposite end of the room and kind of hold the statue up to where about the eyesight is, the eye line.
Nothing seems to
Nothing?
happen.
Is it hollow? Is it solid?
It is a hollow statue.
It's a hollow statue.
Interesting.
Okay, so again, as someone who finds safes and things normally, this is my thing. The only thing that I can get with that expertise is that Ansem is full of himself, something that everybody knows.
More or less here. Arthur's kind of already discovered the wind around the
Yeah,
edges of it and
The
stuff like that.
painting is the thing.
I'm gonna go up to the painting, look it dead in the eyes, and say, Ansem Rictavio.
Nothing happens.
Oh, that was pretty good.
I was thinking something like that too.
Arthur's gonna go bounce on the bed. He's gonna go like lay down, like do the whole like jump on the bed and like lay down where Ansem would lay.
Super comfortable. Probably the best bed you've ever laid on before.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Nope.
I don't particularly want to tear this entire room apart.
Check
Is there
the
a
desk.
mirror?
There's no mirror.
No, yeah. There's drawers on the desk,
The
right?
biggest mirror in the room is the painting that you're staring at right now.
And the painting is it canvas?
It is.
If I push on
Yeah.
If I push on the canvas, does it feel like it has a solid backing?
It does not. However, it appears to be made of a very strong material, but there's something you do notice as you touch the canvas. The part that makes up Ansem's face feels to be made of something soft.
Oh my
Soft?
God. Darby,
Yeah.
kiss the face in the painting.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
Somebody kiss the face in the painting.
Jamie? Would you oblige Darian and his insanity?
No. I can put two fingers against it to
don't-
simulate lips on it, but I'm not gonna kiss it.
I don't know if that's going to count. I'm not doing
Yeah,
it.
I'll kiss the painting.
Okay.
So, Darren, you kind of line up, you move in, you give Ansem Rictavio a big old kiss on the lips. You hear a click, and the painting opens, and the floor underneath it swings in as well, revealing a short hallway into another room.
What a
Yeah.
piece of shit.
What is Aster going to think of you, Darian?
Oh, Arthur's gonna bounce on the bed a couple of times and go, "Well done."
Well, get what we're looking for and get out.
Spring forward and make my way towards the staircase.
All right, you guys. There's a few stairs down into the treasure hold, and as you make your way down there, you see all manner of interesting items there. A strange pyramid-looking box locked behind the cage. A sword mounted to the wall, also locked behind the cage. and there is a staff almost looking item with a bald head, a handle that comes down about yay long, attached to the wall, also in a cage.
Okay, I'm going to again check all the cages for traps.
Give me an insight roll or a perception roll, excuse me.
Would that not be investigation?
Investigation. Thank you. I'm sorry.
Yep. Okay. That's not great. That is a 7.
Look like good locks. Probably easy to pick.
Okay.
And so you
Well,
said
I
there's
do
a
have-
staff, there's a sword, and then what was the third item?
A pyramid.
Do we know what a force mage looks like or is?
Aster would have told you what it looked like. It's the staff.
Okay.
Okay, I was gonna say.
I vote we take it all because I had
Yeah.
to kiss a stupid painting.
As
Yeah,
much
Yeah,
as
I
I
was
would
going
love
to
to
take
do
like
everything
I am.
anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the best
But
idea.
maybe we
though.
start with the pyramid or the staff because that's
Well,
that's what
let's start
Okay,
with the thing
Darby,
we want.
the only actual logical thing that is pointing to me towards taking everything is then he really doesn't know what we were after.
That's true.
Exactly, which is why I
But
said we take everything.
I'm not saying we shouldn't. I'm just saying it will be. If these
Oh, yeah.
are trapped in some way, the
You're
more
gonna
we
set 'em
take,
off.
the harder it's going to be for us.
Correct.
But we
Well,
don't know if
they-
they're trapped or not.
Yeah, they seem easy enough. I don't think he assumed anyone would get this far in.
I'll
does
take
sound
my
like
thieves'
something.
tools out. I'm gonna start with the sword.
I will start with something else.
Would you like the
Preferably
pyramid
the
or the
staff.
force mage?
I'll do the force mage thing.
All right, both of you
Okay.
guys give me a lock picking or thieves tool roll. Add your proficiency.
We're just gonna sit here and watch. We
That's
don't
a
have thieves'
22.
That's a 3.
tools. Ooh.
All right, so Jamie is very easily able to just and the cage swings open. You can reach in and grab the force stage.
Because
I
it's a
grabbed
nat,
the
nat
force
1,
stage.
baby. Oh, you can't see it. Nat
Yeah.
1, baby.
So
Mhm.
Arthur, Jamie, you have the force stage. You turn around expecting Arthur to have this big fancy sword, and he's just still fiddling with the lock.
Having some trouble, Arthur? It has been a while.
It took me like 2 seconds because I could do that with a bonus action, with a cunning action.
Arthur's going to let go of his thieves' tools and step away for a moment, frustrated. Let somebody else give it a try.
You could always shoot it. I know you like shooting things.
That's too much noise, Jamie, and you know that.
Oh, well, okay. I guess that we could have someone else try to do it.
I
Ugh.
am incapable. I mean, I'm not incapable, but I do not have proficiency in thieves' tools.
Let me give it a
Never
shot.
really picked the lock. And you know,
Give me a sleight of hand, or I'm sorry, a
lock picking.
Ha,
thieves tool.
that's a
proficiency.
23 this time as opposed
So
to
yeah,
a 20.
you go over to where Arthur's tools are, and and within seconds, pop, open, reach in, grab the sword. It is a
You-
long. It is a long sword specifically.
Long sword. So I have whatever thing that I took earlier,
The force
and
mage.
then the force mage, and then I'm writing it down.
And
Force mage.
for gatekeep or record keeping purposes, it's a long sword plus 1.
Ooh,
Long
that's a
sword plus 1. Got it.
Nice.
Pretty nice
Yeah,
there.
And
Hold
then I'm
Okay.
going to try and unlock the pyramid thing.
Go ahead, give me a sleight
Rigging
of hand.
myself.
I'll help by walking him through how to do it. Giving you
on. So
advantage.
first you put it in.
Advantage. So you said was sleight of hand?
Yes.
Plus
No, it's
proficiency?
just your thieves tool proficiency.
So just add proficiency bonus
Yep.
to it then. Okay, so 16.
Okay, yep, you're able to open it. You pull out this pyramid. You have no idea what it is. God, it's shiny and sparkly, but you now have a
we have it.
mysterious magical pyramid.
I'll hand it off to Jamie since he's collecting everything.
And as you pass it off to Jamie, Arthur, you hear a pitter patter down the steps. A plate stacked high with grilled cheese. The skippers looks over and goes, I brought you all grilled cheese.
Thank you, Skipper.
What you doing in here?
Ansem wanted to bring out some of his wares to show off his collection to people.
Shield your eyes, Darian, and I'm going to unsheath one of my scimitars.
Hold on.
We don't need to go to violence right away.
Wait, hold on, real quick. He's come in, he's holding Grilled
Give
cheese.
Yeah,
Yep.
a plate stacked high with grilled cheese for everyone. There are 4 grilled cheese on this plate.
There's not one for him.
Yeah. So.
Well, Skipper. I think we have time to try grilled cheese. I mean, Ansem doesn't
Yeah,
need to
Doesn't
show
need
off for
these
at
right
least a
now.
couple more minutes.
Oh, I really appreciate that. Here. He walks up to you, Darian. He holds the plate out. There's grilled cheese.
I'm gonna
I
walk
want-
past him to the door.
Oh,
I'm gonna
grilled cheese.
inspect this grilled cheese.
I'm gonna take. I'll take a grilled cheese as I'm leaving, but I'm
Okay,
going to be moving myself towards the door.
sounds good. Darian, it looks like a good grilled cheese, and it is made with 32 cheeses. As you pull back the bread slice, you can just see a multitude of cheese colors.
Well, nothing bad can come from this. I'm gonna take a bite from it.
It is a phenomenal sandwich. Perhaps the best sandwich you've ever had in your life.
And then you die.
Skipper.
And then you die.
And now you have poison. It can compensate.
No. Rip. Skipper. How much is Ansem paying you to produce such an amazing product?
Ansem pays me in love.
Oh, that makes me so sad. Okay.
You know what, Skipper? I think we might have a job for you where we pay you in more than just love, and I'm talking money.
Skipper likes money. Skipper could send money back to Mom. Mom needs money.
Well, there you
Mom
go.
does need money, Skipper. How about this, Skipper? We're gonna go present these items to Ansem. We were all thinking about quitting anyway, because he only pays us in love too, and we really want money, and we're gonna do our own thing. You in, Skipper?
Give me a persuasion roll.
We could open a restaurant with these sandwiches, you know.
All I'm saying is, if he comes with us, he can't tell Ansem who is here.
That's true.
22.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. And Skipper works hard to make grilled cheese. And Skipper grilled cheese real good. So,
All right, Skipper. Now you gotta
down
bear
with
with us
Ansem.
because we're still building our kitchen back up after it got blown up by a random fireball. But
Hey, don't worry about that.
okay.
don't worry about that.
It's okay.
Are just
Skipper-
going to
Alright,
use
Skipper.
his unsheathed scimitar to cut his grilled cheese diagonally because
Yeah.
he's not a monster, and then he will begin to consume his grilled
It's also
cheese.
delicious.
Uh,
So
Gotta
Skipper,
cut
you
grilled
now
cheese
have, you now have a companion, Skipper the Hobbler.
Yeah.
all right.
Let's go, Skipper.
All right, Skipper. Well,
Skipper wants to be greatest hobbling like Meepo one day. Meepo expert in dragons, and Skipper's gonna be expert in sandwich making.
Funny you mentioned that.
Yeah,
we
we
actually
know
all
him.
know
We know
Meepo
Meepo.
personally.
yeah, we've met Meepo.
Wow.
Well, Jamie hasn't, but we have.
Is he as cool as they say?
The coolest.
The coolest.
Sure.
Cooler than they say.
I don't
Wow,
know
I wish
about
Meepo
that,
was
but-
my dad.
Yeah, me too.
Wow.
Me too.
Wow.
I
Well, hey,
don't know.
Skipper, how
Yes.
about this? If we
That's
end up running
amazing.
into him one day, we'll introduce you.
Yeah.
Love that. Okay.
You know, maybe
Let's
Meepo
go.
will come visit us at some point, and you can give him a grilled cheese.
If we're leaving, we should go out the back way.
Oh, we should.
Oh, there's
we?
a back way. Yes.
I'm gonna
yes.
do
Yeah,
insight
of course-
check on
of
this guy.
course there's a
Give me an
back
insight
way.
roll.
You don't
What?
trust the grilled cheese master.
I don't trust anybody who's this this excited to like.
I mean, anyone who
Betray
comes in
their
and brings you
master.
food when you're doing something
Harry
bad.
the hobbling, and Jamie's like, I don't trust this guy.
16.
He seems trustworthy enough.
Okay.
It's a hobbling.
Of course, the back way. Yeah. We of course know
Yes,
about
I
the
back
shouldn't
way.
say that because Sliv is also a hobbling. And
Yeah, I said.
he would,
I was like,
you'd be able to
wait a
pull
minute.
over on a lot of people. So he seems trustworthy enough. He seems a little too simple to lie.
Okay.
That's okay. He doesn't need to lie.
What is your
So-
name, grilled cheese making
Skipper.
Yeah, Skipper.
Skipper?
Yeah.
You are wonderful.
Yes, you are,
And
Skipper.
I would like you to lead us to this back door that you talk about, because we were paid in love, but obviously not as much love as you, because I am unaware of this back door.
Well, Skipper, show you the back door. It's where Ansem sends all the garbage out.
That maybe isn't the best.
Perfect.
Let's go.
You know
Alright,
what?
and
Yes.
As
I'm
you guys
taking his
go-
blanket.
You're taking his blanket.
Correct. I'm taking
All right,
his blanket.
It's part of
You've
our
taken-
revolution.
You've taken a comforter, and as you pull the comforter off, Jamie, you realize that Ansem's face from the pain is printed on the other side of the comforter.
Oh, of course
Good.
it is.
good.
It
This
would
is
be.
what I want.
On the way out of Ansem's room, Arthur would like to, in the most convincing way possible, make the room look like it's been tossed.
Okay. You can take a few seconds to destroy it if you want.
Yeah. Basically, just like make it look more like somebody was angry with him and less about stealing something. Like,
Okay.
look, it was kind of like a personal.
On that same vein, I'll draw an X on his face, or cut an X on his face in the painting, and maybe that can explain why the room was accidentally opened up.
Yeah.
Go.
And as everyone's leaving the room for the back door, I'm taking my grilled cheese and I'm throwing it directly in the center of the bed.
No!
Skipper's
Do I
grilled
notice him do
cheese!
this? Do I notice? Do
No,
I notice
this
him?
is,
Okay, so
I
why
said
don't you
after.
Give me a
everyone
your
has
hand
left.
grilled cheese throw.
That is a what's a 17? That's not great, but
What is
32
everyone's
cheeses.
That, yeah,
perceptions?
that beats my passive perception. I don't notice it. I don't know you do it.
My
14.
passive perception is 18.
Marion sees you just toss this grilled cheese behind you.
I'm
and
gonna
Skipper is-
grab the grilled cheese and slap Dr. Watts in the face with it, and then take the rest of the grilled cheese and leave.
I'm taking
Yeah.
back the grilled cheese and throwing it at him again. Back in the bed.
Then I will go
Take-
grab it.
32 cheeses.
While you guys are
Weird.
arguing about grilled cheese, we'll go back to the top deck of the Dusk Star. Joel and Sentinel have been waiting in line for about an hour now to talk to Ansem.
It do be like that with celebrities.
And you guys are very close to the front.
Gotta get those
A
meet and greet passes.
Very long
Oh, yeah.
time has been taken up by two young women in particular. Tetra and Jalis specifically, though most would say the champion and some elf woman. Ansem seems most irritated that they are there, and he's been frantically questioning why they've been there. But eventually the two of them move on, and as they walk past the line, they both look at Sentinel and Joel, and they kind of give Sentinel, they look at you specifically, and they're like, why are you guys in line?
This one lady, she got thrown in the air, and I caught her, and she really wanted to meet Ansem, so we're doing that.
James Bonding this shit right now. Joel,
Yeah.
you can say he's James Bonding something 50 times. Nobody knows what that means. This is like you screaming Gattaca all the time.
Gattaca.
Anyway, Sentinel he's got this.
Yeah.
Just extra distraction. James Bond style. All right. So you guys finally make it to the front of the line as Ansem's done schmoozing and shaking the hands of the next noble. He glances over to see his favorite, Chicky Tendy and Joel Stevenson. Well, I figured since I saw the champion and she who shall not be named, that I might see a few more of you. How's my Chicky Tendy doing?
And I slap Joel and I say, see? I told you, and I told everyone. Ansem knows me. Favorite chicken tendy, cool pirate guy. What's up, Ansem?
Interested in what's up with you? I don't recall sending an invite to you or the proprietor of Pazzo's Pizza. The champion, yes. Though she never did RSVP.
We've got our sources, I mean, how could we miss this party, this wonderful time to celebrate you, Ansem? It's just,
It is a
we had to
wonderful
make our
party.
way in.
Oh, well,
Absolutely.
well, I'm glad you're here. Unfortunately, I can only assume it is for a no-good, down and dirty reason. What is it? Planning on sabotaging my ship? Crashing my party? Setting fire to the lower decks? Kicking me in the nuts?
Very tempting.
You caught us. We really were here. This was all a ploy to a big commercial for Pazzo's Pizza.
Yeah.
I'm sure you heard that. We were passing around pizzas, getting the word out. and we wanted to just cause a big scene. So then at the very end, I would pop out with my grand cape on and say that the king of Pazzo's Pizza, the king of pizza, has
Nice.
arrived,
The
and
king of
please come visit Pazzo's Pizza, open at certain hours that may or may not change based on the day of quests or something
Based
like
on
that.
the quest.
Joel, yeah, Joel
Based on
knows the
quest.
hours. Yeah,
Right now, hours are a little sporadic because of the whole like fireball explosion thing, but generally 7 days a week.
exactly. So, I mean, is it still cool if we do all that, or is it just like you got us?
Only Sentinel would ask if it's
I love you
okay to
so
do
much,
something
dude.
bad.
So you're telling me that you've arrived on my ship to shoot a marketing ploy for a pizza restaurant.
A little bit, yeah.
As long as I can be in the commercial.
Oh,
I'm thinking
course.
that when we make the announcement, I'll be front and center.
Okay.
With my smirk and smile as I gaze out into the sunset, admiring my work and my prowess as a man with
Yes.
this muscle. And
Big
as I'm
muscle.
thinking and wondering, a thought will come to me. A thought of Pazzo's Pizza. It's then you'll wheel the pizza into me on a golden tray. And one of you can wheel it in. And I will pick the pizza up. We'll have a quick pan shot over my face. And then over the pizza. And then over my face again. And I will slowly bring the pizza up to my lips. Real close zoom in on that one. We'll linger for a second on my supple lips. As I take a bite of the crust. And swallow it. Answer Rictavio. Commercial's done.
I'm destroying the ship.
I mean, what?
That's
What
a
do you
couple
think,
goals.
Joel?
That's it.
I that sounds pretty good.
I mean-
when people look at Ansem and look at the pizza, they think, cool guy, cool pizza.
I mean, generally when you market something, you usually put the name of the restaurant in there. I don't really know what Ansem Rictavio tells them. It tells them everything that they need to know, my little one here. It tells them that I am here, and that's all that matters.
Exactly. And that's what you want associated with your pizza, don't you, Joel?
Yup. Exactly what I want associated with my brand. Ansem Rictavio. Everyone wants Ansem Rictavio associated with their brand.
Mm-hmm.
I have a full line of products that I'm planning to bring to market someday. Will be most glorious.
We'll have to collab one day. And in order to collab one day, I need a couple business cards. If I could, so we can call you up at a later time.
Yes, of
when
course.
we got that brand going.
Let me get you a business card real quick. He kind of reaches down to his pocket. He pulls out his pistol, cocks it, and aims it at Joel's head.
Whoa.
Well, that doesn't look like a business card,
It
Ansem.
is not a business card, my little cheeky tendy. Now, I can buy the entire wanting to put me into a commercial because I'm me.
Right.
But I cannot buy that I have to share the spotlight with this cheese bread stuff. The commercial should just be me. So what are you really about? Can we not point the gun at my face? I'd be really appreciative of that right now. And to just pushes it into his forehead.
I don't quite get the whole gun. So you're gonna shoot Joel, and then now the pizza doesn't happen in the commercial, or I don't get this whole
I'm going to
part.
shoot Joel unless you tell me exactly why you're here.
Um.
And
Well.
no Chicky Tendy Dookie.
The chicken tendy make no dookie.
That is not a statement I ever expected to hear in my entire life.
No dookie.
But here we are. Okay.
Only telling the
the chicken
the
tender
truth.
Make no dookie.
You could do some marketing with that. God, what?
Okay.
Got it.
All right. Well, okay. Truth is, we're here on some secret stuff, and I can't tell you, Ansem, because my friends will be mad.
Won't they be mad if I blow your friend's head off?
I mean, probably, but some of them, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. I'm sorry, Joel. You can ask them, but really, out of anybody that you're pointing a gun at, it probably would be better to point the gun somewhere else.
Who specifically then?
I don't know, like anyone. And then we probably would save their lives quicker than we would save Joel's.
Always pointing a gun at me, saving my life.
It's not about your life. We just, I think we could sacrifice Joel for this, maybe.
Real quick, what happened to the James Bond shit? James Bonds don't sacrifice each other.
I'm being real cool right now. Don't ruin the moment. But I think other things are more important, like the secret stuff, than Joel right now. I think we might be able to get a redo on Joel, later on. But
I'd like to object to all of this. I do not want to die.
understandably so. So I mean, that's where we're at, Ansem. So I don't know. The cards are laying on the table. Shoot Joel if you want to shoot Joel. We got secret stuff going on, but I can't tell you what it is.
Oh my God, Sentinel.
Wow.
Ruthless.
Nice. Do it. Do it, Sentinel.
Wow.
It's probably a good reason. It's probably a good thing I didn't stay up there with Sentinel and Joel.
So Joel's hands are trembling. He just side-eyes Sentinel, and Sentinel, you side-eye him, and Joel just goes, "Give it a gun!" He just slaps the gun out of the way, and the pistol goes forward, fires, launches a bullet right in between Sentinel and Joel, and he's just like, "Run!"
Oh, great.
We take off.
You guys,
Gattaca.
how would you guys like to escape the ship?
I guess we're heading right for that the elevator.
All right. The gunfire obviously immediately alerted everyone. The entire crowd is like, "What was that?" And Ansem immediately begins to bark, "Don't let them escape!" As the waiters and his crew are busy serving the nobility, and they're just kind of like, "What the hell's happening right now?" And then they kind of see as Sentinel and Joel are making their way down a path of stairs over to the elevators. And I am going to move.
Man,
You'll have to
Donna.
excuse, the ship is definitely not scale. Everyone see that?
Just the little square of the ship, yes.
Ooh,
Perfect. That's all you
Right.
need to see.
there we go.
Oh, there's Sentinel.
Ooh.
I gotta get people set up
I
here.
had the things from 5 people, not 6, but we're good. Man, Donna really got the never meet your heroes experience there, huh?
Yep. Yeah, that was way more aggressive than I thought that was going to be.
She just goes
So
up
you guys,
there, you guys.
obviously Jayla and Tetra are very aware of what's going on right now.
Oh, dang.
Oh, dang.
So your elevators are like over here.
No.
That is a lot of bugbear. Oh, that's a lot. Oh, they're still coming.
shit!
Oh, they're still
And
coming.
actually, I'm gonna reveal some more area here.
Oh boy.
Actually, I won't reveal the whole area because that's just gonna be annoying.
Where's Donna?
Yeah, where is Donna?
Donna is cowering from
The gunshot.
from the gunshot, as most everyone is. All right. I'm going to need a initiative from Sentinel.
Oh boy.
Come on, guys. You got this.
17
it.
plus 2, 19.
Just remember, Sentinel, you must yeet or be yeeted.
Yes.
There's
Yes.
no in between.
In the theory,
There's no.
you have the champion Jayla on your side. She's incredible.
And a flying
Yeah.
steed, so don't forget
Is that
about
19?
that.
Yes.
I love how Matt just like looks up. He's like looking at me like, I know you lie. Anytime I call him my
Sentinel.
Jayla, he's like, that's a bull-faced lie.
That's a lie. I wouldn't count on them right now.
One of these days, I'll
This
make
is
Jayla a
18
level
up here.
15 character.
That's right, Ethan. Jayla's just gonna be like level 20, dragon slaying, crazy person.
Still rolling ones.
You're still
Still
rolling
not
around
hitting
ones.
anybody.
Should have a plus
I
3
am
sword.
powerful.
Still can't hit anything. Has like a 24 in strength somehow and still can't hit anything.
Mr. Dump Stat.
She exclusively uses dexterity even though her strength is like 30.
Yeah. Oh, I love that
Only
one. I love that
finesse.
one initiative from Joel. Ethan.
Oh,
That's a
that
I
beautiful
love that
thing.
29. I love the 29 initiative from Ansem.
Oh,
Oh, dear
You
Lord.
know, honestly,
Goodbye, Sentinel. We loved you.
Joel getting a 1 is the most in-character thing I've ever seen.
He only gets like 7 attacks on his turn, so
Yeah.
you're good.
Damn, I'm rolling like amazing on initiative right now.
I need to destroy the ship.
Get it all out.
Now remember, Sentinel, you don't have to win the fight. You just have to leave.
Yeah.
Yep.
You need to get
That
the
is-
GTFO.
Yeah.
That is.
Because we're going out the back
Goal
door. We're
number
not even
one.
coming back up to the top deck. We're just GTFOing off this place.
Not that he knows that, but
No.
yeah.
I'm gonna throw grilled cheese in the engines.
That I haven't eaten mine yet, so there is still 1 grilled cheese.
Jamie attempted throwing grilled cheese like 7 times, but
I never took
but
mine.
he threw the grilled cheese in an attempt to frame Skipper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
until-
And
cool with
you
it.
guys
Arthur was cool
weren't
with it.
too. You guys weren't too stealthy
You know-
if Ansem knew everything that happened.
Anthem would be none the wiser until you show up right in front of him to have a conversation. He goes, "Hey, I know you're typically with 7 other people. What are you actually doing here?"
He said that there were things going on in the below decks.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
They have no clue we're down there.
He said it.
He's bluffing.
We'll
Close
rewind the
bluff,
tapes
Sentinel.
on that one. I'm pretty sure he didn't say anything about that though.
Say if I did say that, I misspoke. I was more or less trying to get at he figures you guys are up to something, but he doesn't know what you're up to.
Gotcha,
Sentinel
gotcha,
blew our
gotcha.
cover. You blew our cover, Sentinel.
Good job,
And I
Sentinel.
thought he said.
You're okay, Sentinel. It's okay.
Yeah.
He's got no
Alright.
clue what's going on.
So Ansem is hot on your tail as you guys immediately making your way down. Jayla and Tetra are like, oh god, here we go, and they kind of draw out their weapons, ready to handle the crew of bugbears, who are going to be taking a surprise round because they actually don't know
What's going on?
Is it
what's going on.
attempted murder is not illegal, I'm guessing. Like going to shoot someone for no other reason than
Well,
not having
Oh, it's
information.
it's super
yeah, it's super-
illegal.
Don't you
Okay, I was gonna
remember?
say, like-
Early on, we had the whole orientation, and we had to
Thomas,
shout
very,
death
very
and
rich.
stuff. It's not.
Very, very, very
yeah,
rich.
it's not illegal if you
And
can just give
also
the
it-
guards money to not make it illegal.
All right,
Or not
Sentinel,
Also, all these guard
Ansem
guards.
is shooting you with his pistol.
Perfect.
That is an 18.
That hits.
Thing.
And not Chicky Tendy.
That is 14 points of piercing damage.
Ricky Tendy make no dookie.
He will then take a second shot.
Damn it.
That is a 14.
That does not hit.
Yeah.
All right. Bugbear is surprised. Jayla will go. Jayla is going to go 5, 10,
Bears were
15,
surprised. Okay, good.
Yeah.
20, 25, and she is going to attack.
Oh, she's on the attack.
Dang.
Yeah, Jayla's making a move. She sees you need help. That is an 18. But it misses as it bounces off Ansem's enchanted leather armor.
Sounds about right.
And Tetra is going to go here and attack this bugbear that's off the ship.
She's gonna jump off the ship. Where did you say the elevators
where
are
is
heading?
the
Over
elevator?
here.
Yep, they're in between these two guys right here.
Between two
Okay.
guys? Okay.
I will draw a square.
Oh, that's a bad color.
That will definitely
Oh,
hit
good
with
job.
a 27.
Got it.
That's a
And
much better
then-
color to use.
I believe that will hit also. Yep, that'll hit with an 18, so she hits both of her attacks. For 30 points of damage, and will kill
Jeez.
the bugbear.
Yeah,
Dang.
buddy.
He runs in and
Murder.
stabs the boy. Sentinel, you are up.
All right. I am going to use the disengage action.
You don't need
And-
to because no one's around you, or you need to use it.
No, so from what I'm reading, disengages my movement doesn't.
yes,
Yes,
I
for the
see
entire
what
turn.
you're saying. Yep, I see what you're saying.
So I'm running right here, and I don't get any opportunity of attacks.
So you run into the elevator.
Yes,
Nice.
All right,
that's
all the
action
bugbears-
and movement.
Surprise.
And-
Joel's also. Oh, go ahead.
I guess I'll rage just for funsies. We'll see what happens.
I mean,
Alright,
the
you
resistance
rage.
will be nice.
Joel is like, Gattaca! And he just runs, disengages 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and he also gets to the elevator with you.
What's your rage sense?
Also, oh yeah. So,
you're
You're more than
so
rage.
I step on this elevator, and then all of a sudden, these from all around my body, ripping through the cape and all of my other things are these shadowy tendrils. Yeah, that burst from my body, and then let's see.
Anything
That's not
you
good.
want.
That
That's
is
fine.
going to be
Wow.
He almost murdered us all.
so everybody
All but Ansem, that one bugbear,
in that one bugbear are
What does it
going
say?
to
as well as anyone else you don't choose. Like, I don't know, maybe Joel or
Constitution saving throw.
Of what?
So the
14.
first bugbear.
basically all the bugbears.
So the bugbear closest to you fails. The bugbear next to him fails. So this one.
For this guy.
This one fails. This one fails.
Dang.
This one passes. You said Joel and Jayla have to take it too?
It is of my choice.
No.
Uh, So they
Unless
won't.
Sentinel wants to choose that for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But otherwise,
won't-
They
I'm
won't.
okay.
They shouldn't.
I don't think he's in the chaotic nature yet.
Also, all of the pedestrians are okay.
He's focused. Yeah. So they're just taking
Ghana.
That's
they're
the thing that
taking-
happened to Magic Pixel.
2 necrotic damage,
Oh boy.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it's something.
but I get 9 temporary hit points.
When you did that
Nice.
to us, it was like 30.
You rolled better again.
I think I rolled max 12. Yeah, it's a D12, and I think I rolled max on that one.
All right, I screwed that up. So the bugbears have each taken 2 points of damage. Anything else for you, Sentinel?
That's it.
All right, now Joel is going to disengage and go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And as he runs by, he strikes like the elevator controls, and the elevator begins to immediately fly down, and he makes a jumping leap, which he succeeds and dives into the elevator as you guys pole vault down.
Nice.
It's
Nice
Ansem's
work.
turn. He's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Jayla gets an op, which she hits with a natural 20.
Dang.
Oh, damn.
Jayla actually doing work
Ooh.
for once.
Would be a
When no one's around to see.
Yeah.
Yep, no one's around to see it.
Everyone's leaving.
14 points of damage to him.
Ooh,
Wow.
nice. Nice death spike.
And as you guys are going down, Ansem pulls his gun out and he aims it right at the elevator chain and takes a shot.
Shoot.
That will definitely strike the elevator chain. He looses a bullet here to as it leaves the chamber of the pistol, flying forward, striking the chain of the elevator, severing the chain, leaving Joel and Sentinel in a free-falling elevator. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Oh,
Wow.
good.
Boys.
Oh,
So
Bum,
good.
bum.
Oh, no.
Nicely done.
We still
how
gotta
do you
figure out how
do it,
we're
Ethan?
getting
Good
out back
cliffhanger.
there, too.
You guys got to catch us.
I don't know if we're gonna get out there before you.
Yeah, about that.
Pull out that
Yeah,
flying
in terms of
speed signal.
timetables, you guys at this point have probably just met up with Skipper and are leaving through the trash chute with him.
Skipper, who
So
not
we're so far
framing.
insulated, we have no idea what's going on
Yeah, we
on
don't
top
even
of
know
that.
you're
We
following.
did frame. We already framed them, by the way. There's
didn't?
grilled cheese. There's grilled cheese everywhere. I've been throwing that sandwich like a bunch of times.
I would have been picking it up as we went,
There's
but also it doesn't
jam-
matter because Ansem.
So-
As you're picking it up, and Jamie's throwing it, Arthur's just smearing his grilled cheese on
Yeah,
all
it's already happened. It's already happened.
Because he sees
Grease
the desperation
everywhere.
in his eyes and go cooked to perfection as he smears the cheese.
Wait, are you guys really trying to
I'm
frame
not.
Skipper?
I don't
No,
know.
Yes.
This might have implications for how Darian proceeds with this
I
situation.
am not trying. I am not
100%.
trying to frame anyone. I am just seeing that Darian did not want something to happen and made a point about cooked to perfection his sandwich was, and so Arthur's returning the favor
By putting another
100%.
by being
creature's life in balance.
Hey, rule number 1: don't get caught. That is the first rule of thieving.
That is Arthur.